And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Kendall Grayson with you as always, and thank you, as always, for tuning in to tonight's game. It's the Pee Dee IceCats, the opponent for the Thunderbirds once again. Just like last night, the Thunderbirds behind enemy lines picked up a win on the road, a road win for the first time this season for Twin City. And what a performance it was. 2 goals in the first period. The Pine Tree Tavern first period for Gus Ford. 2 goals for Don Carter, a power play goal, an even strength goal. And then the game winner, it was Jacob Schnapp, who scored in the third period with less than 4 minutes to play, a giant goal to make it 5-3. Pee Dee got one late. It was controversial. They reviewed it and let the play stand as they were looking at offsides, and so that made it 5-4. Thunderbirds had to hold on at the end, and they did. So it was a 5-4 win behind enemy lines last night, and now the series flips in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. 5 matchups between these two teams so far this season. Twin City has won 3 of them, and in 3 of the 5, they've scored 5 goals or more. We've seen high-scoring action in this series. The only lineup change from last night is in net. So in net last night, Dyson Skinner was very good. He won for the second time this season, improved to 4-5 in his FPHL career. And in the game last night, 45 saves on 49 shots, a .918 save percentage, and a very good performance. It's Boris Babic that the Thunderbirds will go to tonight, looking for his 4th victory of the season. And if he can find it, it would be his 38th overall in his career. On the other side, also switching netminders, Matt Sales dropped a game and goal last night for the first time all year as he fell to 2-1 in last night's effort. But once again, it's Ricardo Gonzalez, a goaltender that the Thunderbirds have seen many times this year, as he has been primarily the starting netminder for the IceCats this year. Gonzalez wears number 30, and he will be looking to win a game for the 6th time this year. We thank you for tuning into the pregame show. We'll have a look at the league standings and see what it looks like after last night's results. So in the continental side of things, it's Athens at the top with 37 points, Monroe in second, Columbus in third. The River Dragons will return to the fairgrounds next weekend. Back-to-back games on the road against the Thunderbirds. Looking forward to that series. It's the IceCats directly in front of the Thunderbirds. Twin City in 5th place with 15 points. Biloxi in 6th and Baton Rouge in 7th. It's the Binghamton Black Bears on top on the other side. A big win over Port Huron last night. The team that's right behind them, 9-1 was the final in that game last night as the Black Bears defeated the Prowlers. Prowlers right behind in 2nd place. Then it's the Scarecrows in 3rd, Hat Tricks in 4th, Blue Ridges in 5th. And in the Empire Division, it's Watertown and Indiana in 6th and 7th. And so that's what it looks like tonight for the standings, and as we always do here in the pregame show, we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard report. Here are the games that are on the league schedule for tonight. We'll check in on those, and of course our game beginning here in a few minutes. And it's Blue Ridge at Danbury, Port Huron at Binghamton, Baton Rouge at Monroe, Biloxi at Topeka, Athens at Columbus, and Indiana at Watertown. We'll take a look at the leaders on each side in the matchup. The points leaders: Gus Ford leads the way with 26 points, Josh LaBelle with 20, Zach White with 18. And as we see the goaltending statistics down there at the bottom of the screen, it will be Boris Babic who will take to the ice for the 9th time this season. On the other side, the Marcinkevics have been very good for Pee Dee. Dominic Marcinkevics overtook his brother in the points lead for the team last night, going to 25 points. Patrick's with 24. Houston Wilson scored twice last night. He has 22. As I mentioned, Ricardo Gonzalez will get the call tonight. We'll step aside here in the pregame show, and during the break, we will hear our weekend preview with head coach Steve Harrison. We'll come back for the 6:05 puck drop tonight between the IceCats and the Thunderbirds.
Flow Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive, or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on-site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse. Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Kendall Grayson here with head coach Steve Harrison for this weekend's weekend preview against the Pee Dee IceCats. Coach, a couple of games against Pee Dee, one on the road coming up on Friday and then back here at home on Saturday. What are you looking forward to here in these matchups against the IceCats?
Well, you know, when you asked me for the interview, it's a little like Groundhog Day for me. This is an important weekend for us. You know, a little deja vu last weekend, kind of the same thing, some really good things, some things that we don't really like. So we have to play better. We're going to have to be more consistent, and it's a great matchup. They got a good team, and they're a very offensive type team. And if we don't play a wall away from the puck and play with some tenacity and play 60 minutes, then we'll be chasing our tail. So it's a huge challenge for us. It's that time of the season. If you look at the standings or the months, we have 11 tough games, 8 against our own league and then or our own division, and then 3 against Whitfield. So this is a huge month for us, and hopefully Santa Claus is going to be nice to us and give us a present here. But we just have to come out and play and with some desperation, with a lot of heart. And give everything we got for 60 minutes on Friday, and then go back Saturday, and we'll regroup on Saturday. But I'm looking for a great challenge, and I think the guys are. And as I said, only time will tell.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids.
Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
What are you doing, bub? Just fixing my chair. You should call Contract Business Solutions. Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
And welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. Kendall Grayson with you as always. Tonight we hope you enjoy the conversation with head coach Steve Harrison. Our weekend preview as now we see Coach Harrison and his staff step onto the ice and head to the home bench to our right. And then it'll be time for the entrance of these two teams. The Thunderbirds looking to win a game here in this facility for the 5th time this season. They got win number 5 overall last night on the road in what turned out to be a really entertaining game. It was one that the Thunderbirds had a 4-1 lead at one point, and that got cut all the way down to 4-3. But if you were joining us earlier for the start of our pregame show, a big goal by Jacob Schnapp in the 3rd period last night. Thunderbirds had 3 goals in the 1st period to jump out to a 3-1 lead, and it will be a similar lineup. The only change tonight is Boris Babick will play in the goal instead of Dyson Skinner. Geico of Winston-Salem brings us the starting lineup. We will hear them live over the public address system, but just like last night, it's going to be Cade Hanley, Gus Ford, James Farmer, Roman Kramer, and Zach White to complete the starting lineup along with Boris Babick in net. On the other side, Ricardo Gonzalez gets the call. As they turn the lights out, the smoke and floodlights are on. The Thunderbirds will be in specialty sweaters tonight. Those will be auctioned off live here in the building after the game. We had our Veterans Night Military Appreciation sweaters that were auctioned off online through Dash, and now the specialty sweaters for tonight's game. There'll be a live auction in the building after the game. The Special Olympics night is the cause tonight, presented by Flow Automotive. We thank them for being long-term partners. We got the Flow second period for you on the broadcast. You see video commercials from Flow throughout the night, each and every night on the broadcast. And again, they are the presenting sponsor of tonight's game. Thunderbirds are waiting to our left as we await the announcement. The puck drop will be just past 6:05 tonight. This is the earliest game on this Saturday in the FPHL, and so this will be the first one to start. And as we always do, we'll keep you updated throughout the night for the out-of-town scoreboard report. Busy night in the FPHL. And tonight's video feed can be found on the Thunderbirds YouTube channel. And if you're listening in on the audio side of things, we'd like to thank our partners at WTOB for carrying the games as always. The IceCats hit the ice now. And in their white sweaters, they will attack left to right in the first period. Thunderbirds will move right to left in their specialty sweaters. So now that the IceCats have hit the ice, we just wait for the Thunderbirds, and then we'll be ready to go for another home game. This is the first home game in the month of December, 5 total. There is a special ticket package that's going on right now that you can purchase through the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. You can click on the splash page ad at TwinCityThunderbirds.com. You can also drop by the box office, as the package is available for $60, offering 4 tickets to a single home game in the month of December. 4 passes for public skating. As always, free parking is included with these games. All right, here they come. And with that, we are ready to go for this Special Olympics night presented by Flow. We thank you for tuning in. Kendall Grayson with you as always. The Thunderbirds will be attacking right to left in these specialty sweaters. And we'll have a ceremonial puck drop before we get things going. And then we'll be ready. Captain John Butita out there for the Thunderbirds. So we'll see if the Thunderbirds can improve to 4-2 in the opening 6 games of this season series. Twin City won a game behind enemy lines last night. Our first journey to the Florence Center this season. And a really entertaining game. Gus Ford had 2. Don Carter had 2. Jacob Schnapp with a game winner in the third period. As we're set to do it again. 13 times these two teams play each other this season. This is game number 6. 16th game overall on the year for the Thunderbirds. Here we go. Sit back and enjoy the opening face-off. And tonight's game is underway. Farmer immediately onside, drops it wide of the goal, and they drive it in on net. Save made by Gonzalez on the far side of the building. And so a stoppage with 19:51 left to go in our Pine Tree Tavern first period. The American Elevator Company presented the national anthem prior to puck drop tonight. And we'll have the Flow second period and the Culver's third period. That will follow the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Farmer has it high in the zone. He'll move it down low quickly, back behind the net. They'll look to rip it around the boards from there. Here's Kramer shooting one, and a tight angle, but it stays onside. Barely held onside there across the rink. And we'll see the Thunderbirds play it from there. That's Cade Hanley wearing number 23, not number 3 tonight. As they'll look to play this across the rink as Hanley will chop it ahead. So it's back down. Hanley looks to drive it along. And behind the net, Gonzalez will move it away. IceCats moving left to right. And good play there by Hanley. Steps up, carries it, and off the backhand, he'll chip it along. Back behind the goal line. We'll see if the Thunderbirds can strike here in the first period as they did last night. They had 3 goals in the Pine Tree Tavern first period in last night's winning effort on the road. IceCats will get to it. And they'll move it out to the red line with Zajic now onside. Zajic got it back again. Long shot and on goal, shut down by Boris Babic. And so Babic makes his first save of the contest. Shots are now 2-1 favoring the Thunderbirds. IceCats pull it along the near side boards. They'll move it with Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz slides it across to Patricks, and in front they go. And standing in front of the net there on that tie-up was Josh LaBelle. As LaBelle had the stick lift to look to free the pressure. It's moved along the near side boards. They'll battle for it from there. 18:08 left to go in the first period tonight. Long shot in on that, block in front, and Boris Babic covers it up. No further action. And so we see the line change happening now as Timofey Smirnov is out there with James Farmer. Nate Keeley, John Butita, and Jacob Schnapp. No lineup changes other than the goaltending switch from last night. As the Thunderbirds will stick with what worked. Moved out to center here from the clear and then played by the IceCats from the defensive blue line. This is TJ Prexler. Prexler goes high in the air, drops it into the catching mitt of Babic. He dropped it, and we play on. Here's Houston Wilson, who had 2 goals last night for the IceCats. Along the near side boards, it's Dustin Jasso, long shot, and it goes just wide. And so that was blocked. And they'll move it down the ice. Nick McGill-Diaz turns and sees Prexler open. And goes across the rink and gives to Jake Jurgenite. Jurgenite did not play last night for the IceCats. They'll go to Farmer with the Thunderbirds picking it off. And then Keeley, he was stripped of it. Goes to Wilson, back out to the neutral zone again. So we play on here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Thunderbirds looking to win for the 6th time this season. And again, if they can pull it off tonight, it would be 4 of 6 victories for them this year have come against the IceCats. Long clear in here from the neutral zone, and icing will be called. So shots on goal now 3-2 favoring the Thunderbirds. Offensive end face-off, looking for it, and they'll find it. So it's Dion Demke, who's open high in the zone, looks to slide it down low. Goes across the rink, turn over to Ford, and he powers it just wide of the net. Gus Ford had 2 last night, looking for another one there. Trapped along the blue line. Here comes Zach White with it. Looks, surveys the ice, finds Kramer, who's open, and he fanned on it. Right along the hash marks. They turn and fire one with Dion Demke. It's blocked. Still free. And played along here by the IceCats was Ford losing his helmet, so he has to go off. He can no longer participate. Otherwise, it's an illegal equipment penalty. And so he steps over the boards, and we play on here. Good check on Kramer. He stays on his skates to make the play, though. To send it down the rink looking for Jan Salak. There's Yuri Pastuka to play it briefly. They'll battle for it to the far side circle. 4 minutes gone by in the hockey game. No score early on tonight at the fairgrounds. Play by a high stick from Carter, and that will be blown down. So they stop the play. Don Carter last night with 3 goals. He also scored in Binghamton, so he has 3 in his last 2 games entering tonight. This is career game number 134 for him. Congratulations to John Butita, the captain of the squad last night. He picked up career assist number 200. So a milestone for him. We're back with the Thunderbirds searching for it in the defensive end. Inside the line is Razalov. He'll play it ahead for the IceCats now from the half wall. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. Good stick there by Pastuka to break up the play. Down he goes, and Ricardo Gonzalez gets to it and starts this breakout attempt. They go to the far side corner, and they'll swing it across now. And from center, Patrick's Marcinkiewicz to Dominik's Marcinkiewicz. Shoots it well wide of the goal. Back behind the net, and here's Butita. John Butita streaking through center, drops it. They shoot one, and it falls down back behind the net. That was Liam Blomquist looking for it. And this will be a slashing penalty that has now been assessed. And it's going to go against the IceCats. We'll have a power play now for the first time tonight, as Dominik's Marcinkiewicz is not happy about it. But he takes a seat in the box. And so we see the power play up on the screen there. With 15:05 left to go in period 1. Schnapp takes the face-off, pushes it way back after Ford won it, and a look for a play now to Roman Kramer. Thunderbirds work it around the zone. It's in the near side corner. They'll look to play it from there. And cleared out to center. LaBelle just could not hold on to it, as the IceCats will move it down the rink. Thunderbirds scored twice on the power play last night. 17.6% of the season now, 13 of 74. Looking for power play goal number 14. Onside here, a play in front of the net. Rolls in on goal, shut down by Gonzalez on the second attempt. And a stoppage with 14:34 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Media timeout. We'll step aside and be right back.
What are you doing, bub? Just fixing my chair. You should call Contract Business Solutions. Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS 5 off. Cotton and Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
One minute, 29 seconds remaining on the opening power play of the night as the Thunderbirds look to take the lead here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. We are scoreless for now. Face off on the far side of the building, and we're back. Kicked around the blue line. We'll see if Twin City can hold the line here on the power play. Down low is Zach White, and he squeezes one way across the rink. IceCats find it, and they clear quickly. And so Boris Babick goes behind the goal to play the puck now with 14-12 remaining in the first period and 64 seconds left on this opening 5-on-4 of the night. Thunderbirds back on side. It's Jan Salak this time. Gets it up high. Zach White got it from Pastuca. Loads up, shoots one, block. Still got it back again, though, as Schnapp goes down. Stands up, and it's back to center ice. So they look to play it in from there. Up the left wing. Jan Salak bumped, run into. It's in the corner. Across it goes to Carter. Carter swings it up top. And they'll pick off the pass from Pastuca. He was looking for a near side option to Timofey Smirnov, who falls down and then makes the pass through the legs of Patrick Smarcinkiewicz to find Yuri Pastuca. 5-on-4 power play. Only 17 seconds left on it. And it's taken here shorthanded, in on goal, and a save made by Boris Babick. So now just 11 seconds remaining on the penalty to number 11. Dominic Smarcinkiewicz in the box at 4:55, slashing the call. 2-minute minor, that's still on the board. Nick Gullo in the face-off circle in the attacking area for Pee Dee. Chopped at by John Butita, and it's out to center ice, and that's going to do it for the Thunderbirds power play. Drop back on side, just 4 seconds left on the play down. Farmer couldn't handle a pass, so it's played by Pee Dee, and they go ahead with it. That was Nick Gullo. Back to the Thunderbirds, though. Schnapp, big hit along the red line, and he's shaken up. Let's see if he can get over the bench. That looked to be knee-on-knee leg contact there with Jacob Schnapp. And he's struggling over on the bench. Let's hope everything's okay there with 12:40 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Chance and on net goes well wide of Boris Babick. Shots are even at 4, and the score is also even. 0 for each team. Farmer glides it along to find Zach White. White in from center, finds Kramer. No, he keeps it for himself. Turns, shoots one, blocked, and it goes to the far side corner. IceCats get it again. They look to move it from the defensive territory. Good pressure, though, from Roman Kramer. Centers out in front of the net. And taken aside by Pee Dee. Right back for the good guys, Zach White. And he lost the handle as he had a couple of IceCats converge on him. Nearly 8 minutes gone by in period 1. Played by LaBelle, then Kramer. Kramer looks to move. Opposite was Charlie Bedard, who played it briefly. Drexler applying some pressure out towards center. Roman Kramer needs a line change, so he glides to the head and steps over the boards. So now the puck is not moving. It frees itself out towards center. Josh LaBelle has a look, and he'll power the puck ahead. It's stopped along the blue line. Pastuca goes across, and they'll try to get it down low, just wide of the net there on that chance. From the side of the goal, it's back in behind Gonzalez. LaBelle, his long attempt was blocked, and along the near side boards. See if the Thunderbirds can track it down. They've got it with Salak, goes up high in the zone, long shot, blocked in front, and no one really knew where it was. Now we're playing along from the near side corner. Salak turns, shoots through traffic, save made, and it's free. They're looking for the rebound, and on goal, Gonzalez makes the save. 10:55 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Shots are now 7-4, favoring the Thunderbirds. Well, we hope that you will come out to see us in the month of December. This is the first of 5 home games. We have the New Year's Eve game against Blue Ridge. And in between tonight's game, a series against the Columbus River Dragons, another home game against Pee Dee on the 20th. River Dragons games are here next weekend, back to back. Well, during that stoppage, we saw Jacob Schnapp head to the locker room, and he will look for some medical treatment and see if he can continue on. Thunderbirds have had a few players banged up over the last few weeks, but this is the same lineup that they used in the win last night. Other than the goaltending change, it was Dyson Skinner who put together a really good performance in last night's game. Defensive end face-off for Nate Keeley. And Keeley digs in, looks to win it off the backhand. It's one away from him, though. Near side, Timur Razilov. Razilov slides it down low in the near side corner, back behind the net. Taken away from Danny Zajac by Timofey Smirnov. Smirnov looks up the rink, and he fires out towards the red line at center, back the other way. Nate Keeley. Keeley stretches it across, and they'll miss the pass this time. Chance for Marcinkiewicz, and it goes off the post. That close to being the game's opening goal. Back behind the line, they center. It could be trouble, goes wide. A couple of players get tied up at the top of the goal mouth. All right, Thunderbirds survive. They move it down the ice and on goal, and Gonzalez had to cover it up. He sent some pressure there. So shots are now 7-5 favoring the Thunderbirds. We'll be due for the media timeout after the crossing over of the 10-minute mark here in 4 seconds. This first period's had some good pace to it. And as I mentioned, it's been high-scoring hockey for the most part when these two teams have gotten together this season. Last night, with the Thunderbirds scoring 5, that was the third time in 5 meetings this year that they have scored 5 goals against the IceCats. And Pee Dee's had their fair share of scoring in this series. They had the 4 goals last night. And so typically it is high-flying and a lot of goals coming in on each side in this series. Thunderbirds leading the series at 3-2 from last night's result. As we're back along the near side boards, they'll look to hunt it down back behind the goal. Played by Jake Jurgenite. Jurgenite swings the pass across the rink. Here come the IceCats in from center. They'll drop it along and into an open corner. Found by the Thunderbirds, and Dion Demke played it high in the zone and back down for Demke. Gave it away though, and that was Nathan Carl in his debut with the team who played it. He's wearing number 26. Long flip way high through the neutral zone. Fell back into the IceCats defensive territory. Here they come with Prexler. They give the pass to Lord. Trevor Lord slides it back. Shot. Save made by Boris Babik on Bedard. It's still free. And a shot block. LaBelle goes looking for it. Swats at it. And it's fouled by Zach White. White swings a pass to Don Carter Jr. He's had the hot hand the last couple of games with 3 goals in the last 2. 2 of them last night on the road in a great effort. Pass was deflected. Thunderbirds couldn't send it up high. They tried to. There with Pastuca. He'll find it for himself and then taken aside by Houston Wilson. 15 goals on the year. 9 goals on the year, rather. In front, he looks for another one, and it's kicked out by Boris Babik. Good right pad save there by the netminder for Twin City. Slap shot from Farmer goes well wide off the glass as he stepped over the blue line and cranked one towards the goal. Back behind the net. Gonzalez slides over, looking to the near side corner. They'll battle for it from there. If you're just tuning in, no score. It's Special Olympics night presented by Flow. And the Thunderbirds are in specialty sweaters, red, white, and blue, but primarily a darker blue compared to the lighter blue that's worn by Pee Dee. There's a big check across the rink. Great move by Carter there in from center to free himself up. Slides it across to find Butita and stripped away from him. To the logo to center. Found by Butita again. He's onside. Butita will look and tries to get around the defense. He's got it back behind the net. Curls around. Swings the pass down low to Nate Keeley. Found by Liam Blomquist. Blomquist looks for an option. Holding on to a turn. Shoots one in front. Save made by Gonzalez. And no further play. Bit of a disagreement now developing, and looks like everyone will be separated. Media timeout in a scoreless game here in the first period. We'll be right back.
Best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwynn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwynn Services. One call does it all.
Every car gets warning lights, but did you know the color actually means something too? Red indicates an issue that requires immediate attention. Orange indicates a less urgent issue, like a vehicle service requirement. Blue and green give you information on lights and indicators. The more you know with Flow.
And welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena with 7:31 remaining in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Tonight, scoreless action, and the shots on goal are even at 7. As I say that, they do give another one to the Thunderbirds, so now 8-7. Looking for it out to center, following the faceoff. Here's Keeley. Onside with Butita. They swing it wide into an open corner. Blomquist comes crashing in. Now it's down behind the goal line. They look to find it from there. Back to the near side, taken away by the IceCats, and off the backhand high flip from Nick Gullo. Penfield, New York native, found by the Thunderbirds' Luke Dobles, another New York native out of Spencerport. From the goal stick of Boris Babick, back to Josh LaBelle, standing tall behind the net. LaBelle fires a pass up the near side. LaBelle 6'6", 220. To find number 20, Zach White. Now to Gus Ford, who's open, shooting one, and the save made by Gonzalez. It's down to Farmer. James Farmer surveys the rink, tried to, I think, give it back to Roman Kramer. He fell down, though, did Farmer. Might have had some help. 3-on-2 for the IceCats. They cross onside. Look out here, a chance in front. Shut down nicely high in the zone. Thunderbirds will get it again. This time it's Farmer. Back to the near side boards. We'll see if Twin City can find it from there. A big hit from Farmer. And collected by Cade Hanley. Hanley wearing number 23 tonight with the specialty sweaters. He's normally number 3. And with the specialties on, he's 23 for tonight's game. That's the only number change in the lineup from what we normally have. Here's Yuri Pastuka to find Carter. He gave it back to him after Carter gave him a nice pass to work with. Now Jan Salak has Pastuka and Demke open higher in the zone. Josh LaBelle as well. Cutting away, though, as Salak protects the puck with his big frame, 6'5", 229. Back behind the line, here's Pastuka. Up top, Josh LaBelle. He's open. Back to Yuri Pastuka again. Jan Salak in the middle. Left point to LaBelle. Back across they go. And a look to fire here towards the goal. It's blocked down behind the line. Carter trying to move it to Pastuka. He's tied up. Yuri Pastuka up top to Josh LaBelle again. LaBelle swings it along. Behind the goal line they go with it. And the Thunderbirds on the attack here with some zone time, but unable to throw anything else towards the net. So taken aside by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. From the backhand, he flips it ahead. 15 minutes gone by in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. So we'll have one final media timeout, and we'll see if the Thunderbirds can take the lead here as Blomquist got tied up and he went down. Scoreless hockey for now, but a penalty's been called. And I don't think either netminder realizes who it's against, and it will go against the IceCats. So we'll tell you about it when we come back, but when we return, it'll be the Thunderbirds the power play in this scoreless first period.
Being your best is hard. You got to take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids. Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
It's Nick McGill-Diaz who's in the box for 2 minutes. Dominic Marcinkiewicz was called at 4:55 of the first period for slashing. And McGill-Diaz is now whistled for a holding infraction, 2-minute penalty at 15:17, the time of the penalty. So here we go on the power play, taken away immediately though by the IceCats. And Dominic Marcinkiewicz crosses onside. Pee Dee's aggressive on the penalty kill. And if they give it away, you can see happen what's going on now. Maybe a 2-on-1. Here we go, a chance at on net. They try to throw it in front, and they couldn't get the pass to go. Up top, it's LaBelle. As the Thunderbirds set up here onside. Now LaBelle's got to get over and find it away from Wilson, and he does. So he pulls that to safety, pulls the puck to safety. Onside is White. Ford, top of the near side circle. All the way around the zone they go. And Kramer knocked down from behind. Taken aside, and the IceCats will once again clear it here on the penalty kill. 87.5% of the kill entering tonight's game, as they surrendered a power play goal against them for the 9th and 10th time this season. As the Thunderbirds scored twice last night, delayed penalty. This time it's going to go against the Thunderbirds. And they'll touch the puck here, and that'll do it for the power play. There were 55 seconds remaining on the original call. So Josh LaBelle, he was whistled a couple times in last night's game, and he will take a seat here, and that's going to give us even strength hockey 4-on-4. They call LaBelle for a slash. LaBelle last night at 16:57 of the second period was called for tripping, then picked up a 10-minute misconduct for abuse of officials, and then also was whistled at 14:01 of the third period last night for high sticking. So he's taking this penalty here. But LaBelle also last night on the other end was factoring in on goals. And we saw him score that big power play goal here in this building a few weeks ago. LaBelle assisted on the game winner from Schnapp, also had an assist on the second goal from Don Carter. So a couple of points last night for Josh LaBelle. And from center here on the 4-on-4, we'll see Pee Dee handle it with Dustin just so. Turns, fires, and a nice save from Boris Babic. Babic, the Slovakian-born netminder, looking for his 38th career win in the FPHL tonight. He has a record of 37-14, and he's 3-5 on the year. A career goals against average of .292 and a career save percentage of .913. We're back as the play goes to the far side of the building. Thunderbirds due to have their first Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill of the night coming up here in just a few seconds. Still 4-on-4. And they swing a pass to Smirnov. That one handcuffed him. And so the IceCats able to find it. And out of the box is Bedard. All right, so to the near side here. It'll be played in the corner. They'll go across the rink. Bedard was just off on that change, by the way. As across the rink, they'll swing it up top. Nick McGill-Diaz open cage to fire at. Looked like Boris Babic got that one. Got a piece of it at least. And it stays out with half a minute left to go. In this Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill, the first one of the night for Twin City. We are scoreless, and we played 18 minutes tonight. Onside for the IceCats. Far side circle, and not much of an angle to fire at there, but they chose to do so anyway. Stays onside. McGill-Diaz drops in the corner. And they'll shoot one off the back of the net. That was from Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Found by Keeley. Keeley up to Butita. He's got room to clear, and he does. LaBelle is standing, and LaBelle is released. It is a successful Bobos penalty kill. So we play now 5-on-5. We're in the final 90 seconds of the period. And Cade Hanley comes over to make the play. Evaded the check as he did. LaBelle will throw it down the rink, and icing is called on the Thunderbirds. So the shots on goal now favoring Pee Dee at 10-9. Well, just like last night, coming up in the first intermission break, our programming, we will hear part of the conversation from the Cup of Joe interview with Joe Cangelosi and this week's guest, Josh LaBelle, and also part of the Coach Harry Show, as we were live at Earl's with Nate Keeley back on Tuesday night. Had a great time, and those interviews, at least parts of them, on the way in the break. Long shot in on Boris Babic, and he makes a save. Gives it a squeeze and takes us to another stoppage. Part twos of those interviews, that'll be coming up in the second intermission break tonight, so you got that to look forward to during the intermissions. And as we always do, we will, of course, keep you updated on the out-of-town scoreboard report and letting you know what's going on around the FPHL tonight. Well, with this 6:05 start, we are the only game going on across the league, so there's no other scores to tell you about. But we'll keep everyone updated as we move along tonight. Defensive zone face-off for Jan Salak with 1:16 left to go in the period for number 16. Don Carter in from center, fires ahead. Ricardo Gonzalez watches it go to the far side corner. And now we've got 1 minute left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. They'll battle for it along the dasher. It's free. IceCats pick it up, and they look to go from there. Back down behind the goal line, and this is going to, I believe, be icing that was called back from near center. Boris Babic having some words there with TJ Prexler as Babic skates around and All-star on the face-off. And down he goes. Thunderbirds searching for it here. Side of the circle, far side. Back down behind the goal line, found by the IceCats, and they'll chip it out. Josh LaBelle slips and falls, but makes a play from his knees, firing the puck along, looking for Roman Kramer. Back down to the near side. And they'll battle for it from there. We're in the final half minute of the first period of tonight's game. Swatted out there from Kramer. They're going to call a hand pass over the blue line. So we've got 20 seconds left to go in period one tonight. Thunderbirds 5-10 now on the year following last night's win. And they'll have back-to-back home games next weekend against the Columbus River Dragons, Friday and Saturday. We're back with the final seconds of the period ticking away. Onside for the IceCats. They have it. They'll swing it up top. Razilov goes across. They got time left to work. In front, goes just wide of the net. In the corner, and that should do it for the first period. Long flip to the logo at center, and that's it for period number one. Boris Babic makes a save with a horn. Not sure it would have counted, but that'll do it for the first 20 minutes of tonight's game. Shots on goal at 12-9, favoring the visitors here after our opening 20 minutes. So this will begin our first intermission break. We thank everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it here on the weekend. We know it's a busy time. I think the holiday parade, the Christmas parade downtown in Winston-Salem today. And so a lot going on. Busy day with sports and a lot of things to spend your evening with. And we're glad that you've chosen to spend it with the Thunderbirds, as this is Special Olympics night presented by Flow. And this is our first intermission break. So we'll step aside here on the broadcast. We hope you enjoy the intermission programming. No score to tell you about after one. Shots were 12-9 for Pee Dee. And we'll step aside and be right back.
Flow Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on-site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Welcome back, Thunderbirds fans. My producers got mad at me for the name last time, so we're switching it up. It's now Cup of Joe instead of Coffee with Joe. So this week we have number 9, Josh LaBelle. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me today on this exclusive podcast you got going on.
I don't even think it's a podcast. It's just a segment for the broadcast now. So, plus, if we can't swear, I don't think it counts as a podcast. So,
fair point.
So that's what we're just gonna go with.
Sure.
But obviously, this is for the fans to get to know you a little bit better. You've been in the league this is your 5th year.
5th year now, yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about your journey, about how you got here?
Sure. So first year started off in Watertown, played the full year there. Won the Commissioner's Cup, and then the whole team left. So a few of us, me, Lane King, the fans probably know him, a couple other guys moved down to Columbus, played the year there. So got pretty familiar with you guys that season, played you guys a lot, and then decided to step away from the game after that. So I missed the second half or the first half of the following year, got picked up by Danbury and played the last 2 seasons there. And now I'm here.
Nice. Very nice. How do you like it here so far?
The weather's awesome. I mean, it's way different than Connecticut and Toronto back where I'm from, so that's really nice. The fans are great. The guys are great. I've enjoyed being down here so far.
You've only been here, what, a couple weeks, right?
2 weeks as of Saturday, yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you think of the guys so far?
So I've known a few of the guys for quite a few years now. Like Farmer and I are neighbors back home. And then when I had came in, Slaggers and I had known each other. Hippolyte Smith and I at the time had known each other. And then obviously I know the guys that have been here for a while just from playing against them. So Boots, Fordo, the Czechs, guys like that have been here a while. Don Carter just from being in the league. Yourself from playing against you back in the day. Same personalities I thought they were going to be from playing against them, to be honest. And it's fun to be on this side of things now.
You can see he's pretty comfortable with knowing everybody.
Yeah, I'm a pretty outspoken guy for the most part. I like cracking jokes and being an appearance in the room and that. So I think I've made my presence here known so far.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I haven't heard anything bad about you yet. So
it's only been 2 weeks.
Okay. Well,
my jokes are still good for now.
We got that to look forward to. How was the road trip though? Who'd you room with?
I roomed with Whitey.
Okay. How was that?
It was good. He's a quiet guy. I mean, we only really spent the one night together because we took the bus up Thursday night after Thanksgiving, played Friday. So we stayed there Friday night, and then we came home Saturday night after the game in Binghamton. So we only got the one night together, but he's a funny guy. We were just talking about sports and movies and our past kind of thing. So we had a couple good conversations for sure.
It's nice. You're now in the hockey house, right?
Yeah, I'm in the house with Farmer and Schnapp and Mania and those guys. So
how's that going?
Other than last night with it being extremely cold in the house.
But the heat's not working?
I guess one of the guys turned the heat off. We were on the road this weekend. So when we got in there yesterday, it was 51 degrees in the house.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a little chilly.
Took quite a while to heat up. So, I mean, today when I left, I think it was sitting at 62. So we're getting there. We're getting a little bit warmer, but.
Got to get the fire in the backyard going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bought a TV when we were up in Connecticut. We threw it underneath the bus. So we got something to burn tonight if we decide to have a fire at least. A giant box.
I don't know if that's supposed to be burned, but okay.
The TV will not be going back in that box, that's for sure. So.
Oh, man. That's a little too chilly for me. But yeah, I was gonna say, have you been able to explore the city or anything like that?
So my first weekend here, not so much. It was more so just moving because I was in the hotel across the street for a bit because of the number of bodies we had. But once I got settled in a bit more, I've been to like a Wake Forest football game. I've been to a couple of basketball games. The guys have shown me around a bit downtown to a couple of different restaurants and spots like that. So still learning the surrounding areas more so. But again, it's only been 2 weeks, so there's still like a lot of time for that. But everywhere I've seen so far has been awesome. People are nice, staff's nice. So, and they all know about the Thunderbirds, so that's a good thing.
That is very nice to be known around town. Other than that, what else you got going on? What are you thinking? What are you saying?
What am I saying?
What are you saying?
Big Christmas parade tonight.
Oh, can't wait to go.
I know we're excited to go there and hand out some candy or whatever we got going on. We went to one last week out in High Point. That was a lot of fun.
High Point? That's a trip.
Yeah, we had the 2 golf carts there, the Zamboni float, and then there was maybe like 10 of us that were walking around giving out pocket schedules and candies and foam pucks and everything to people. So that was a lot of fun. So I don't know what we can expect tonight. Tonight's out in Lexington, so that'll be a good time. And then December 7th, I think it's Sunday coming up, we have the one in Kernsville, which should also be a really good time. So excited to get out and like meet new people and spread the holiday joy. Happy holidays, everyone.
I'm definitely stealing a bunch of hand warmers from the merch store.
It's probably going to be warmer outside than it was in our house last night. So I'll probably be just fine out there wearing a couple coats.
Today was freezing. I don't know about that.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Coach Harry Show. Kendall Grayson, Coach Harry, and Nate Keeley is our guest this week.
Small but very excited crowd here tonight. It's cold weather. I don't think I think a lot of people want to watch it on TV on Thursday. I think it's this cold weather snap has hit us hard.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad plan. Somebody asked earlier. I think it was Angie asked why we brought the weather with us from the last trip.
Yeah, so. It's I don't know. I thought we kept it. We left it up in Danbury there, but obviously it came down with us.
The rink in Danbury was maybe the coldest ice rink I've ever been in my life.
And normally it's a little chilly. It's not that chilly, but as I said the other night, I'm not sure what happened. It was we actually skated in the morning, and I had my toque right over my ears, and I was even trying to move a little bit, just to keep warm. So that was it was a little chilly there that day.
Nate, I'm sure you've been in some cold ice rinks in your life. How would that one rank? Because that was number one for me.
It was close. I mean, I played where your jersey freezes when you drink water, but it was up there. Yeah. That's for sure. I
hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I was going to ask what you did on Thanksgiving. Obviously, once 10 o'clock hit, I knew what you did on Thanksgiving. We were on the bus. But did you guys do anything Wednesday or Thursday for the Thanksgiving holiday?
The trainer, Mike Murphy, he always does a Thanksgiving for the guys, so we all went over there and had a good meal and then got on the bus.
Relaxed a little bit, watched a little football, and ate probably way too much. I didn't think I had to eat until maybe Thursday again this week here. So, but great food, great people, and as I said, it was nice. Just all the players just kind of hung out together and had a very nice afternoon.
Coach, we'll get into the games here in depth as we always do, but a couple of one-goal losses on the road this weekend, I think, too, just tough results. You were in both those games, but just quickly kind of give us your thoughts before we get into it.
Well, I think for the most part, not a bad weekend, but then on the other hand, a little frustrating. And I thought we played well enough to maybe get some points on the weekend, and it didn't work out that way. So we got to keep our noses to the grindstone and try and get that extra inch that we have to get. As I said, Friday night was a night where, again, we didn't start off well, but I thought we ended really well and took it right to the limit. When you play 2 games on the road and you have to pull your goalie, you know you're in the game. And as I said, on Saturday night, kind of the same thing. As I said, I thought we started off really well, probably one of our best starts we've had all season. And I thought we just played a good game and lost a little bit there in the second period. But overall, that team there, one of the top teams in the league. And as I said, I thought we took them right to the limit, and we had our chances. We had a couple chances where to tie both games right at the end, and we just couldn't do it. So kind of a good sign weekend, but then also other signs where we still got to get better. And as I said, that's what we're trying to strive for.
You obviously last weekend was a little bit odd with how it was a short week and then you had the holiday and things like that. So you're back to a normal schedule here this week. How's it been so far? I know you had your off ice stuff yesterday and in practice, and you'll get going here for the rest of the week and prepare for Pee Dee. Yeah, it's a little different from last week with the holiday Thursday, but we still practice, so it's kind of pretty close to the same. But this week here, we got a few guys banged up. Nate here cut his hand a little bit, and I think he'll be better for on Friday. And just a couple other guys were banged up a little bit, so we got to get healthy. And I know a few guys are this time of year. The weather is not really kind to us either with the colds and that. So we just got to get healthy. But I like practice today. We were moving a little bit today. So as I said, hopefully by Friday we're on all cylinders and get back on the bus and head to Pee Dee. And do you anticipate that you will get some of those guys back in the lineup? We saw Roman Kramer missed the games last weekend. Pastuca, guys like that. Do you think that they'll be back in time for Friday? Yeah, it looks like Kramer skated pretty well today. Yuri, I think we probably won't know till later in the week. And Bloomquist, kind of the same thing. He looked a little bit better today. And Mikey Mania, I'm not sure about. He went to the docks today. And Whitey, I think he's a little banged up too. So I'm not really sure about those two guys. So we're just kind of playing it by ear and seeing where we're at. And as I said, hopefully everyone gets healthy. And Friday night we can put our best foot forward. Now our question segment, which is, I've said in the past, my favorite segment of the show, and I think it's really important to kind of get to know these players a little bit better, and so that's why if we can, we have a guest on the show, and that's worked out really well. But this is when the coach likes the players on the hot seat now, exactly. Not me. Yes, yeah, that's another reason it's my favorite. Nate, a question that I get all the time, I'm sure you get all the time. And this is the first question I looked at today. People want to know, about your brother, and do you stay in touch with him, and what's he up to these days? I actually don't talk to him. No, he's back home. He's felt it was time to move on and get to the real world, if you will, I guess. But no, he's working, staying busy. Seems to be happy with his decision. I bug him every weekend to come back, but good. It still hasn't bitten yet. We're still got our fingers crossed. We're looking. Apparently, Santa Claus told me I might get a surprise, so I'm not really sure if that'd be a big surprise, and it'd be a warm welcome. We miss him. I'll tell you, when I got these two guys 3 years ago from a coach that I know very well, and everything he told me about him has been true. And as I said. They're not just good hockey players, but good people. But as I said, it's great to have Nate here. But as I said, we miss Clay. Coach, this next question is for you, and it just asks about watching film of past games, and is that something that you do regularly? If so, sort of how much do you do that during the week? I'm sure you have a process to prepare, and how much is watching film part of that process? Well, you like to watch goals that scored against you or situations that happen, and. It kind of gives you a feel for what we're doing right or what we're doing wrong, and then we usually do it in practice and try to get those things corrected there. So I watch a lot, not a lot of it, but I watch enough to where see what guys are doing or what guys are, what we're not doing as a group, and then as I said, then we try and go out and practice it. So it's great. We got this thing. As I said, I can put it on my computer and it breaks things down for us. So it's good to watch it. We don't watch a whole lot of tape. I'm not a big guy to watch tape, but I like to go out and practice it. We do a lot of scrimmaging about situations, defensemen standing up or our forecheck or. When we don't, the guy behind the net, we've had a bad habit this year of maybe the first guy circling a little bit. So, stop in front of the net. I see those things. So that we talk about those things. And when the guys do it on the ice, it seems like it works better. Yep. Nate, next question is for you. What do the players generally do on bus rides other than sleep? Everyone knows that happens a lot, but other than sleep, is there anything that you guys try to do? Maybe it just varies individually. Yeah, we leave a lot of the time at night, so most of it is sleeping. Some guys will try and play cards. Bus isn't set up great for playing cards right now, but
Usually sleeping or just kind of sitting there trying to relax as much as you can.
Yeah, it's really like this year here, like, you know, like the other day there, we had to travel during the day, and we're not used to that travel during the day. Usually we're getting on the bus at, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and next thing you know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So, not a lot's happening normally. It's, as I said, and then coming home is kind of the same thing. We, after a game, we usually bus right home. So there's not a lot of time for, different things where, other leagues I've coached in where, you travel 2 hours or 3 hours, and, you have more chairs where things are a little different. So we're kind of crammed in there with the old, all the mattresses and everything. But as I said, most of the time we do sleep.
Nate, this next question is for you. What do you do when you're not playing hockey?
What do I do? Down here is hockey. Back home, if I have time, I like to get out and hunt and fish and spend time outdoors. If I'm not working, that's kind of my go-to spot is to be outside and enjoy what's around me.
Next question, do you have a favorite candy? And if so, what is it?
Favorite candy? More of a baked goods guy, but if it was, probably a Reese's Cup, Reese's Pieces kind of thing.
Baked goods?
Yeah.
That's been a popular answer. Favorite movies? Do you have one or two?
There's a lot of good movies out there. I don't know if I have a favorite, but like Inglourious Bastards or Pulp Fiction would be up near the top.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shoresy. You ever watch Shoresy?
I've watched a couple of those.
Yeah. Shoresy's the new one. Or Slapshot. Those are the old hockey ones.
Yeah. Slapshot's the best ever in my opinion.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair. You should call Contract Business Solutions. Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
And welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Kendall Grayson with you as always, live tonight on YouTube and WTOB. We hope you enjoy the intermission programming. The Cup of Joe segment with Joe Cangelosi, with Josh LaBelle the guest this week. And, of course, the Coach Harry Show. Thunderbirds return, and they will attack left to right in the Flow second period. And we'll see if Jacob Snop comes out. Looks like he will. Remember, he was banged up there during the first period. And so good to see that he's able to continue on. And so we'll get 20 minutes up on the board and be ready to go for our Flow second period. Flow is the presenting sponsor of tonight's Special Olympics night game. We thank them for their long-term partnership. And these beautiful-looking jerseys will be auctioned off live following the game tonight. We had the online auction through Dash for the military jerseys. And these jerseys will be auctioned off following the game. The first live jersey auction we've had in the facility this season. As I said, Jacob Schnapp came out. Now he's going to leave, so he's back down and headed to the locker room. He's walking with a limp, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue on tonight, unfortunately. I thought it was definitely a good sign to see him out there, but I think he just wanted to skate around and see if he could continue. All right, no score after one. Here we go for the second period. nothing carries over in terms of penalties, and so we begin this Flow second period even strength at 5-on-5. Thunderbirds pull it back into the defensive end. Roman Kramer finds it, goes way across the ice, and Gus Ford was crashing towards Zach White, so they couldn't catch the pass. Austin Pickford will throw it down low for the IceCats. At least he tried to. It was blocked, and it goes to Kramer up the rink. Here we go. Roman Kramer holding on to it. Across they go. They'll slide it up high. Long shot through traffic. Tipped in on goal. Save made by Gonzalez. From the top of the circle. Near side to Cade Hanley. Hanley wearing number 23 tonight. Quick shot from Roman Kramer. And a save made on him by Ricardo Gonzalez. Thunderbirds being outshot now 12-11 as they've got the first two shots of this Flow second period. 1 minute gone by in period two. Jan Salak behind the net up top to James Farmer. Lost the handle and then tried to slide it across. Eventually goes to Cade Hanley and he will hold it. So number 23 Hanley chops it down low. Pickford collects it in behind the net. Pickford stick handling and waiting for changes further up the ice. Now he feels pressure and sees pressure from Don Carter Jr. And now Yuri Pastuka doing the same across the rink. IceCats will move it through the pressure though. And they'll jump onside with it. Patrick Marcinkiewicz to Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Now to Konstantin Chernik. Chernik goes in front off the backhand. Shot block, another shot. And that one is swallowed up. Glove save by Boris Babic. Out-of-town scoreboard report. We are the only game underway, but coming up soon, it's Blue Ridge and Danbury. Port Huron and Binghamton tonight. Athens on the road against Columbus. Indiana on the road to face Watertown. And Monroe will be hosting Baton Rouge. Topeka playing host to Biloxi. Offensive end face-off for the IceCats. Nearly had a play on it there with Yuri Pastuka. And we'll see if the Thunderbirds can track it down. It's played just over the blue line. Jan Salak. And then taken aside. Danny Zajac moves to Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Luke Doble stepped up on him, trying to apply a check. And they get through it. Kicked around, misplayed. Carter has it at center. And then the IceCats grab it again. Nice little play there, though. Pastuka finds Salak with a pass. Here's Salak stepping onside. And couldn't shoot it. So now it's played along the near side boards. IceCats will grab it. Timur Razilov. And thrown onside here. Thunderbirds not happy. And we play on. 3 penalties called back in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Nothing so far here in period number 2. Thunderbirds 0 for 2 so far on the power play, and they are 1 for 1 on the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. From the side of the circle, out towards center, goes away from Butita, trying to regather it. Farmer in a collision with Houston Wilson. Wilson slow to rise. Across it goes, out towards center. Played though by the IceCats. IceCats will drive it along. Back in behind the net. Boris Babic spins off the backhand, sends the pass to the near side. Across they go. It's Kramer looking for a play to Nate Keeley. Keeley had his stick lifted as the IceCats got back there on the back check. It's Lord up the wing and on goal. Well wide of Boris Babic. Shots are 14-11 favoring Pee Dee. Behind the net, Thunderbirds can't find it, and it's chopped to the near side corner. In front they go, and a give and go did not work out. So now it's played by Charlie Bedard. 6'2", 210. This is his 12th game of the year. High in the air, back down he goes, found by Austin Pickford. Pickford off the skates of Gus Ford, eventually played through center. IceCats will have it here. And this is a stoppage with 15:55 left to go in the Flow second period tonight. The official chiropractor of the Twin City Thunderbirds is Dr. Dirk Willard with Total Health Chiropractic. If you're hurt, call Dr. Dirk at 336-705-5537. Face-off is outside of the defending territory for Twin City. Here's Pickford with it and tried to squeeze it behind Boris Babic. Couldn't do it. And so it's another save in the matchup for Babic. Boris Babic looking for his 4th win of the year. Babic out of Slovakia. And first play for the Thunderbirds during the 22-23 season. That was his debut year in North America professional hockey. Far side of the building. We're back with the IceCats looking to track it down. They drove one towards Babic, and he saw it, I think, off the outside of the cage there. Zach White searching for it at center. Here's Kramer to find it. White sees Ford open, goes down low for Kramer, and on goal. Shut down, it's back behind the net. They sit around in front looking for a play for Ford. And taken aside by Pee Dee. So from the near side, they'll snap it through the neutral zone. Timothy Smirnoff sees it go to Zach White. Here comes White, makes a nice move, couldn't get around the defender as he was taken down by Razalov. Here come the IceCats the other way as White's calling for a change. Onside, look out. They'll squeeze a pass across the zone. In front, save made by Babic. It popped up high in the air. And then it was found by Don Carter Jr. He lifts it down the rink with the clear. Scored at 1:08 of the second period after scoring at 18:37 of the first period last night for Carter. 2-goal performance. Heavy hit there with Luke Dobles involved. We are scoreless tonight with 14.5 left to play in the Flow second period. Shots are now 17-12, favoring the visitors. Pee Dee heavily outshot Twin City last night, 49-21. Dominic Marcinkiewicz fooled Dobles, made a move on him, shot it well wide of the goal. Nearly out to center. IceCats will trap it onside though. Now Dobles hustling over, plays it from the half wall. Pastuca. He chops it ahead. Nick McGill-Diaz. Onside Wilson chips it in front of the net. And goes wide. They settle it down. Near side, look out. Slap shot. Blocked well out in front of Babic. Didn't make it to him as Dobles got in the way of it. Sent down low. Then up high again. Jake Jurgenite. Off a deflection. Goes wide of the goal. Scoreless hockey, 13:32 left to go in the second period. The Flow second period here on Special Olympics night presented by Flow. Jurgenite goes back to grab it in the defensive end, turns it over, they center in front, and on goal! Oh my goodness, nearly the game's first goal. It was Blomqvist on the doorstep after he got it from Butita, but a save is made, and it takes us to the media timeout. That close, but still scoreless. We'll be right back.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Offensive zone face-off coming up with 13:19 left to go in our Flow second period. These two in-state rivals, or cross-state rivals rather, battling for the second consecutive night. As Eli Rivers drops it onside. We made our first trip of the season to the Florence Center last night, and a really good effort behind enemy lines for this team, a 5-4 road win. And looking to capture another win on home ice this year against the IceCats this season. And from center, Babbitt deals with it, comes out to play it now, and then gave it away in the near side corner. He's back though, and the Thunderbirds quickly got back to it. Charlie Bedard flips it ahead. Cade Hanley pushes it for Keeley. Here's Keeley onside. In front he goes, and tipped just wide. Meanwhile, we had some activity along the near side, the blue line to our left. There's a big check across the rink. But thought maybe a penalty was going to be called there. Onside, a chance. Look out. Zajic in on goal. And shut down. And may have got the near side post. And off a deflection, it's up and out of play. So 12:09 now left to go in this Flow second period. And shots on net are 19-13, favoring Pee Dee. Defensive end face-off. It's Zach White to play it ahead and moves it down the ring. So from the far side here, it's grabbed and played by the IceCats back behind the net. Now played along and collected by Boris Babbitt. Eventually back for Mississauga, Ontario's James Farmer. Farmer onside, makes a nice move, and he drops it down behind the goal line. They look to chase it down from there. IceCats will feel the pressure and get through it. It's Dominic Marcinkiewicz. It's offside. They call this back of the line. So that brings us to another stoppage here. We'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard report, and we'll see if there's anything to bring you so far, and there is. So Port Huron, after taking that bad loss last night, they will go up 1-0 on Binghamton. And Athens has a 1-0 lead on Columbus early on in the first period. We're back. Wilson fires. Glove save made by Babbitt. And so that brings us to another quick stoppage here in the contest, this new rivalry series this year. From the defensive end, played out quickly to center. Let's see if the Thunderbirds can develop something from there, as White was looking to break in with Ford. IceCats onside. Getting back was the back check. And that broke up the play, and once again offside. You know, there was an offsides that the Thunderbirds challenged last night, a goal, as they wanted it brought back for offsides, and they kept the call on the ice, which was a good goal. It was Houston Wilson in the third period to make it 5-4. Thunderbirds possess it here from the face-off. They'll move it to the near side. Salak, Demke fighting for it with Cade Hanley. And Salak to it. Here we go. Onside with Dion Demke. Steps up, drops it in front, and it goes just wide looking for Salak. And I think he believes he was held up there as he was encroaching towards the goal. 40 seconds away from the halfway point in the game, and on goal for Boris Babbitt to melt it down and gets another quick stoppage in the contest. Trevor Lord to the face-off circle. Hamilton, Ontario native. As he looks to win this one from Jan Salak. To the near side boards, they'll battle for it from there. A couple of bodies collide, and you hear the reaction from the fans below us. IceCats have it out to center. They'll step up and play it ahead with Pickford. Onside for Carl. And as he swings it across, Eli Rivers will catch up to it. Back for Nathan Carl. First game of the season for Carl. In on goal here. That took a terrible bounce for the Thunderbirds, but it's okay for now. That one nearly went in off of Babbitt. Twin City gives it away. Rivers in on goal, shut down by Babbitt, and this stays in play. Went high enough to hit the netting, but they ruled that it didn't, so it drops down behind the goal line as we have 9:46 left to go in the Flow second period. We are still scoreless here at the fairgrounds. Yet another tightly contested game. Last night's game was high-flying and high-scoring, but with each team having to travel, Thunderbirds traveling home last night, of course Pee Dee traveling here today. We've got a little bit of a different game developing. And it's Shernick, goes looking for Zajac. It's played ahead, back for Twin City in the defensive end. Given away, back behind the net. And we'll see if LaBelle can recapture possession for Twin City. They'll go across the zone up top here. Look out, Razilov towards the net, blocked, rebounds there, and swept just wide. They'll hold on to it and drop it again wide of the net. That's Patrick Marcinkevich to Dominic Marcinkevich. He's got it and nearly gave it away. Heavy pressure through the neutral zone. Well, then it's played ahead with 8:39 remaining in the Flow second period. Hit from behind from Jurgenite, and a penalty's been called. And so it's immediate timeout. When we come back, boarding will be called, and once again, the Thunderbirds looking to take the lead. We'll go to the power play.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Did you know that not changing your engine oil can result in engine failure? Regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine and reduce the risk of engine failure. Schedule your next oil change on the Flow Garage app. The more you know with Flow.
Offensive end face-off on the way following the penalty to Jake Jurgenite. So the Thunderbirds will go to the power play. 2 minutes up on the board under power play. And we'll see if they can find something here 5-on-4 that would give them the lead and would break this scoreless tie. Here we go. Offensive zone face-off is one. They get it quickly to Kramer. Long shot and a save made by Gonzalez. So they announce the boarding minor. 2-minute penalty to Jurgenite, 11:32. It's the first penalty called in the second period. We had 3 penalties called back in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. And so far the first tonight in this Flow second period. Face-off victory again for the Thunderbirds on the power play. Here we go. Trying to take the lead. Up top, it's Roman Kramer. Near side, LaBelle, a one-timer just went wide of the goal. Now finding it is Gus Ford. And out to center, it was taken away, and LaBelle will look to play from there. So here's LaBelle, steps up, and zips it near side. They look for it, taken aside though by the IceCats, and they get the clear that they were looking for. And so now with 7:45 to play in the period, and 1:18 left on the power play, Thunderbirds look to work in from center again. It's denied, though, the cross of the blue line. So now some changes will be made as Kramer and Butita step over the boards. LaBelle stretch pass to find Zach White through center. Here's White, near side, looking for an option to Ford. It's given away, and once again chopped down to the center ice logo. As Timofey Smirnoff circling around, zips it out through center. Here's Keeley, powers his way up the wing. Nate Keeley breaks towards the net, shoots in on goal, and it just went wide. Back behind the line. They'll look to hunt it down from there. Near side again. Here's Jan Salak pushing it to Timofey Smirnoff to Don Carter in front, looking for a friendly bounce from Yuri Pastuka. It's found and moved out to center ice, and now the Thunderbirds see only 18 seconds left on this power play. They'll move it ahead here in the Flow second period. Far side, back to the neutral zone, way down the rink, and that's going to do it for the 5-on-4 man advantage. Jurgenite is standing, and his boarding minor at 11:32 has now been killed off. So we stay in a scoreless tie. Here comes Smirnoff in from center. Shut down in front of the Thunderbirds bench. In front they go with it. And intercepted. So Pee Dee's protecting the net well. Cade Hanley up to Jan Salak. Chopped away from him, battling back for it. And the Thunderbirds will start making changes now from center. So 14 minutes gone by in this period. And in from center ice, Lord threw his hand up in frustration as they call this back to the blue line. Face-off will be outside of Twin Cities attacking territory. That's to our right in the Flow second period. Hanley swings it to Farmer as we're back. After that face-off was won, and they'll dump it onside. Chasing after it, found by Dominik's Marcinkiewicz. Out to the logo to Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. And then along to Charlie Bedard. Bedard loads up, shoots one, stick save made by Boris Babik, and he covers it. That was the 24th shot of the night for Pee Dee. Shots are 24-15. From the face-off, they battle for it. Kramer looking for it high in the zone, and a long shot that's caught by Babbitt. So Babbitt gives it a squeeze and gets a whistle. Babbitt played the 22-23 regular season and postseason for the Thunderbirds. Went and played in Ukraine after that. Then the last couple of years has been back here in Winston-Salem. And on goal, long shot that's dealt with. It was blocked in front of him. And so he looks on from there. Here we go. Ford up the rink to find Roman Kramer, and they couldn't cross onside. And the advancement was shut down to the blue line. IceCats have it here. Onside, looking to take the lead. Back for Ford. Here we go. Ford in from center. All by himself for now. Penalty called against Pee Dee. And a power play on the way. So with now 5:05 left to go in the Flow second period, the Thunderbirds will go back to the man advantage. They scored twice on the power play last night. They're still looking for their 14th goal of the year on the man advantage. And it's Konstantin Chernik, who was no stranger to the penalty box last night. 41 minutes of penalties on the season. He will take a seat in the box this evening. And we're back with the Thunderbirds looking for it here on the power play. Early on the man advantage. They snap it across. Barely hold the line with Pastuka. And they look to swing it down low. It's chopped at. The clearing attempt is on. It's successful. And Houston Wilson has it. Third on the team in points. Pastuka back checking, looking to take it back away from him. It's controlled by Timofey Smirnoff. Smirnoff to find Salak. He missed the pass though. And Pastuka looks to take it aside. And back down he goes. So under 5 to play here in the period. And the Thunderbirds in a scoreless tie with the IceCats looking to break through. 1:15 remaining on the power play. Gus Ford onside. Looks to make something happen. Fresh off the bench is Butita. Shoots it. Save made by Ricardo Gonzalez. Media timeout. We'll step aside and be right back in this scoreless tie with the Thunderbirds on the power play.
I want to stop being sidelined by pain. I want to tell him I'm in. I want a surgeon who speaks more knees than he can count. I want the best care in the game. I want a team that's with me every step of the way. I want to bounce back fast. I want to show them my best is yet to come.
For the best orthopedic care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
One minute and 6 seconds remaining on this 5-on-4 power play as the Thunderbirds look to break through and take the lead in the Flow second period. 4:11 left in the period. From the media timeout, the final one of the period, we will have to pause and wait for this face-off. Rivers will jump in and replace Nick Gullo, and the Thunderbirds win it. Here we go. It's LaBelle shooting a long one, and backing up into the goaltender was White. Stands up. Netminder Gonzalez stands up. Everything's all right as it was cleared down the ring. So here's LaBelle. LaBelle sliding it near side, looking for Jan Salak to play it. Gus Ford got it around the defender. Could have numbers. Can he center it? I think he was wanting to there, but it was chopped away from him. And now just 40 seconds left on the 5-on-4. As Pee Dee once again will get a clear. Ford stretches it across. Zach White catches the pass. Now LaBelle quickly across. Gus Ford one more time. White stops. LaBelle. One-timer goes wide of the net. It's off the glass. Settles down. Ford to the top of the near side circle. Back to LaBelle. And the pass broken up by Danny Zajic. Zajic up the far side of the building. Only 15 seconds left to go here on the power play. And the Thunderbirds will find it. One last push. 3-on-2. Zach White with Kramer and Ford. Gus Ford has it, shoots it, mask save made by Gonzalez. It hit him in the mask and dropped down on the far side of the building. Out of the box is Chernick, they get it to him. Now Dominic Marcinkiewicz goes across and they look for the backdoor play. It's off the side of the net and Boris Babic jumps on it. He covers it off to the far side post with 2:54 left to go in this Flow second period. Shots are 28-17, favoring the visitors. Well, these two teams met on opening weekend back on the 17th and 18th of October. Pee Dee won the home opener for the Thunderbirds, 6-4. Twin City bounced back with a win, 5-2 the next night. And then also, home games split here, November 21st, November 22nd. And then we had the road game last night, which the Thunderbirds won. Final was 5-4. We're back here as the IceCats will possess the puck. Farmer looks to take it away. Down behind the goal line. No score between these two teams. And we are deep into the second period. Long shot, and it goes wide of Babic. He saw it glance off of him, and then it flutters down to the near side. IceCats look to center it. Good collision to the near side boards. Here's Trevor Lord up top. Razalov blocked in front by the skates of Farmer. Long play out looking for Keeley. And it stopped at center ice. Keeley looked to chop it ahead. We will hear more from Keeley as he was part of the Coach Harry show in the break. He's being pushed around at center, didn't have the puck, and so that was the reason for the eruption of the fans below us. Here in section 205. Farmer, near side corner, stolen away. A center one-timer goes well wide of the goal. Thunderbirds find it. They've got room with Keeley. And feeling some pressure, icing will be called here. There it is. We got 1:38 left to go in this second period. Shots are 29-17. I mentioned the series that was split here in November. Thunderbirds won the Friday night game 5-3 and then dropped the next one 6-2. IceCats will host the Thunderbirds December 19th, and then the Thunderbirds at 6:05 Saturday night on the 20th. We'll host the IceCats here before we end the month. From the face-off, it's a victory for Pee Dee. Long shot goes wide of the net. That was blocked. We'll see if Butita can find it. Farmers to it. Could have numbers in from center with Carter. He's got Keeley with him. Gets it in front, and the pass was behind Nate Keeley. He was tied up a little bit there, and it goes into the far side corner, but that was an odd man rush in from the neutral zone. Here's another rush down the rink, this time for the IceCats. Near side for Wilson. Wilson, he's run into rudely by John Butita, the captain. Far side. They'll stop on it and look to center. Jan Salak looks to strip it away. We've got 1 minute left to go in the Flow second period. Down the ice, this time no icing. Pee Dee plays it. They slap at it. It's to center. Houston Wilson, Philadelphia native, looks to find it. Now TJ Prexler. Changes being made from the IceCats. Given away by Dobles. And punched back out to the neutral zone by Salak. 33 seconds remaining in the middle period. The Flow second period here on Special Olympics night, presented by Flow. That's the reason, one of the reasons the Thunderbirds are in the specialty sweaters for tonight's game. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Look out late in the period, a chance. All types of pressure behind him. Dominics picks it up. Dominics Marcinkiewicz fires one, and it goes wide after Boris Babic made a save. In on goal again, back behind the net. They center. They try to, but it stays behind, and then they squeeze one wide of the goal here, and that takes us to the end of the period. And so that takes us to our second intermission break. We thank you for tuning in. We have yet to see a team score a goal tonight. 0-0 on the board. Twin City looking for win number 6 on the year. Pee Dee in search of win number 8. And the IceCats out shooting the Thunderbirds at 30-17. So they announced that now. But this has been a different game than compared to what we saw on the road last night. It's been entertaining, certainly, although there's yet to be a goal scored. We had the 9 goals scored last night. Thunderbirds had 5 of them to win the game 5-4. Shots on goal tonight in the first period, Pee Dee 12 and Twin City 9. In the second period, the IceCats outshoot the Thunderbirds 19-8. Out-of-town scoreboard report before we step to our break. Here's what we have going for you right now around the league. Binghamton leading Port Huron at 2-1. Tie game, Athens and Columbus at 1. No score, Indiana and Watertown. Blue Ridge and Danbury, although it was supposed to start at 7, showing as no score right now. Actually not showing it started. Baton Rouge and Monroe coming up in about 20 minutes, and also Biloxi on the road at Topeka in about 20 minutes or so. All right, they will have the chuck-a-buck here in the arena for the second intermission. We will step aside for our second intermission break. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. We hope you are enjoying this one. It's been a good game, but we have no score. 0-0 after 2.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today. When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
How was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was great. Mike had us over, a bunch of the guys over, him and his wife. Cooked us a great meal. They had their family over. We watched some football. Sat around and chatted for a few hours there before we got on the bus Thursday. So huge shout out to them for having us over. That was awesome. I mean, being on teams in the past, in Danbury, we're in a hotel. So, you don't really get a home cooked meal and stuff like that. And then can't really remember what we did my first couple of years, but I don't think it was having all the boys over to one of the houses and having a meal together and getting to know each other on a time like that with a couple other people that we weren't too familiar with. They were there, so we got to meet them as well. So that was nice, but it was pretty good. How was yours? What'd you get up to?
Mine was quiet.
Yeah.
I went to go see a movie.
What'd you see?
Nice little matinee at I saw, what was it? Eternity.
Okay.
With Miles Teller.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. I was actually very happy with that one.
Nice.
Then I finished the day off at Second and Green watching the Cowboys game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I had an interesting Thanksgiving night.
There you go. That's one way to spend it at least.
No, but other than that, yeah, no, there was not much going on that day. Kind of kept it quiet, took it easy. But is there anything you're looking forward to at this season throughout the year? I know it's only December 1st right now, but
yeah,
we got a while to go.
Yeah, we're only in game I think there's 14,
yeah, we
15 into the year. It's
42 left.
Yeah, exactly. There's
6 more months.
Yeah, there's so much time still. So just I think furthering developing my relationships with the teammates and the community and everyone around here is I'm really looking forward to doing that and learning more so about the guys. Not so much their tendencies on the ice because we're all hockey players, but more so everybody else likes to do away from the rink, whether it's go grab a drink or they're into sushi or sporting events or concerts or whatever we got going on here once the weather gets a little bit nicer. Well, nicer. It's still beautiful here compared to we were up north for the weekend, but once it gets a little bit warmer, more of the outdoor activities that we can do together. Looking forward to that stuff because, at the end of the day, we're all hockey players. We know what we're going to do on the ice. We know this is our job. This is what we're going to come and do, but it's fun, the stories you create with the guys away from the rink, seeing the little stupid things per se that guys do, hobbies or whatever you want to call it that they do. I like picking fun at things like that. So excited to see maybe a couple of the quieter guys so far that I haven't talked to, like Fordo or Whitey, because I don't see him too often, or Kramer maybe, those guys, seeing their lifestyle away from the rink maybe.
The off-ice shenanigans is always fun.
Yeah.
Black Friday was an interesting one. I watched a lady run into a glass door at the mall.
Really?
Yeah, I was dying laughing. I could not hold myself. I couldn't believe it. She had her face print on the glass.
Oh
too.
No.
But
yeah, we were in Danbury, Connecticut there, and we're waiting in this long line to buy this TV that I was buying. And this guy tells us, oh, you can go to the lineup at the front. So we're like, all right. So we leave this line we've been standing in for 10 minutes, go to line at the front. It's way longer. So we try going back to the other line. And the guy's like, we told you to go to the front. And I'm like, dude, that line's almost out the door. And he goes, well, wait a minute. And I was like, out the door with the TV? So I was like, all right. So I started walking towards the door with the TV. And then we obviously got stopped by security. And they're like, what are we doing? And we're there's me and a couple of other guys. We're all pointing at the he told us to wait outside with the TV, and the security guard was rattled that the guy told him that. He's like, why would he tell you to go outside with the TV? And I was like, hey man, I'm just following the rules around here because it was slammed in the Best Buy that we were in, but we got the TV, had to still pay for it, but
how big of a TV you guys get?
55-inch smart TV. Okay, it was $650 on sale for less than $200.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah, so
nice.
I had to pick it up. then had to like stack cases of water underneath the bus so it wouldn't fall over for the trip.
Jeez.
Yeah, but
hope Kevin wasn't driving too quickly.
Honestly, like I maybe spent like 30 minutes total the whole trip, like awake on the bus. I was so tired, like because of all the turkey we had like for Thanksgiving. So I was sleeping all the way there, and then on the way back after playing like 2 games on the weekend back to back there.
You have your own spot on the bus, or are you sharing a twin with somebody?
I'm on the comforters or the mattresses on the ground there, just behind the seats. So me and Bloomquist snuggled up a little bit. Me, him, and Dobles were pretty close, but I mean, it's pretty comfortable, to be honest. For a big guy, like that's a lot better sleeping on the ground across on the mattress than it is on the chairs. So.
Oh yeah, last year I was sharing with Hansi.
Oh yeah,
2 big guys. There's not much room in there. But no, the bus rides were always fun. But
we almost had the TVs going. We like sat down and I was like, "What's playing on the flat screen TVs?" And they turned the TVs on, and there was a movie that was in there. We're like, "Let's play it," and then everyone's like, "Turn those off." So we almost got to watch a nice movie. The guys in the boys in the back were excited, but the guys in the front not so much.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the pro shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
I want to stop losing sleep over this. I want to know that surgery is the right decision. I want to protect what I've built. I want a plan designed just for me. I want to know that I'm in excellent hands. I want the latest and greatest. I want to continue to grow, no matter what life throws my way.
For the best surgical care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
This next question, and Coach, this is for you. Also don't want to get you in trouble here, but it's a fair question. It says, we're a little bit confused about the reffing on Saturday night. This person that wrote it in felt it was a little bit inconsistent. Obviously we had a lot of, power play chances both ways in the second period. We just touched on that, how that sort of became something different there in the second period. Anything that you like to say or add to that?
It's kind of ironic. Right after the game, the other coach came over and shook my hand, and we talked for a minute. And the first thing he said was about the inconsistency of the refereeing. And he said, you probably should have had 2 or 3 more penalties, and we should have had 2 or 3 more penalties. He said, and then, the one on, I think it might have been on the one penalty there where it was interference or something, and the other guy's holding the other guy, and it was actually the last 2 times we played in their arena. I probably looked down their bench, and they've looked down my bench, and we both looked at each other, the coaches, and kind of just went like how can that call be happening? It might have been for me or it might have been for him, but as I said, it was just kind of a little inconsistent. But as I said, those are things we got to put up with, and it's how you deal with it. And as I said, it's not something you like to see, but unfortunately, that's what happens.
The next question is for me, and it says, Kendall, what did you think about the broadcast setup in both Danbury and Binghamton? They were a little bit different. Danbury's a smaller rink, more of a public style of a rink, and then Binghamton is a much larger building. But I had great views for both of them. The Danbury rink, I was actually calling the game directly beside the Danbury broadcaster, which is a little bit weird just because you don't want that cross-contamination of my goal calls and his goal calls, and so we tried to keep away from each other the best we could there. But, a good view. I was down in the zone to our left, so if you had the camera feed, the video was maybe 2 or 3 sections over from me to the right. Typically, we're almost always beside the camera, but that one was a little bit further over from me. And then we get to Binghamton on Saturday night, and it was a pretty standard sort of really high up center ice view. So that was good to have there. The feed that we get to send to everyone back home, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, we were both broadcasting on this weekend. We get what they call a clean feed, and so we have a clean feed. I put the Scorebug on it. I'm actually running and operating that Scorebug. So if you watch it closely, sometimes you'll see it jump around. That's me manually doing that. We can't hook it up to the clock. But we get sort of the main feed. They actually had a feed on their broadcast where it was more of an in-arena feed that showed some things that were going on in the Jumbotron. And everything like that. So that's sort of, what I have to say, with the broadcasting locations. They're both good. They're a little bit different, but they're both, a really good view. And I've been doing this long enough in the USHL and ACHA hockey that I think I've been just everywhere around the rink at some point. So you get used to calling it from everywhere. But I always do like to let, our viewers know when the game is going on. If I have something severely different than what you see on the screen, I always let you know, like, hey, I'm in Athens, we're kind of in the corner, of the arena. So, I'm calling it and sort of seeing it way out here to my right. So I try to let everyone know if it's something drastically different like that. But that's another good view there in Athens. You're in the corner, but you're very high up. So, that's a good question. Happy to talk about that. Nate, this one will go back to you here. What is the most memorable goal you've scored? Could be Thunderbirds or otherwise in your life.
Probably when I was in school, we were in playoffs. How NCAA works, you play like for the first round. In our division, you play like a game and then like a mini game. But you play a game, 2 games. If you lose, you play a mini game right after, like a quick 20-minute period. It's like overtime, but it's a new game. I scored the winning goal in the first round of that to push us to the finals.
Good.
Consider that as one of the top goals. Yeah. I'm sure I've scored others.
This one's also for you. Which teammate chirps you the most on the bench?
This year? No one. Last year, my brother.
Boots has got to be saying something.
Boots got to be up there. No one really chirps me, but.
This is the last question. What is the least favorite team that you have to play against?
Least favorite? Past couple of years would be Port Huron. Okay. It's fun to play, but always turns into WWE, not hockey. So.
And those games are like, he's a Western Canadian, where there are tough guys out there, and it's when it's just straight up toughness, that those are good games. When you get into the as Nate said, WWE or cheap shots or anything like that's not the fun part of the game. You'd rather have it just straight up, hard nosed, and that's what you like to play. And as you said, those are the fun games when it's hard nosed type games.
Coach, I mentioned right before the break, we've got a series coming up here, a home and home. Pee Dee on the road on Friday. First time we've gone down there this season. 7:15 start, and then 6:05 home game. Coming up on Saturday. Saturday's game will be the Special Olympics game. There'll be specialty sweaters. There's going to be a live auction after that game, so I want to make sure to mention that as well. There's going to be a post-game skate on Saturday. So a lot going on coming up on Saturday night. We'll hope that you will come and see us and cheer us on for the home game coming up on Saturday. But Pee Dee, an opponent that you split with so far this season, 4 games. You each have 2 victories. Just talk about them and the games you've seen so far and what you expect here.
Well, they're a type of team that they're explosive, and the games that we've been successful against them this year, we played very well when we don't have the puck, and played smart with it, and don't give them opportunities. They're a type of team. I think I mentioned this a little while ago that we could be up 3 or 4-1 going in the third, and they can score 3 goals in a heartbeat. So if we play that way, and as I said, they're a very opportunistic type team, and so if we play smart with the puck and without the puck, the way I think we're capable of doing, then we're going to be in good shape. If we can't get into a freewheeling game with these guys, and as I said, just play tight and play the way we can play. And as I said, I'm expecting this weekend to have a lot of success here this weekend and play 2 very good games.
And I also want to mention that the military jersey, the Veterans Night jersey, that jersey is going to go on auction tomorrow. So that's going to start at 11 a.m. You can click on the online link at our website. You can go to TwinCityThunderbirds.com. It's also going to be on social media. So that's going to be an 11 o'clock start for that tomorrow when that auction process begins. And then it will close on Friday at 6. If you're watching this on Thursday, you still have time to bid on those jerseys, but that'll be available online. And as I mentioned, the specialty sweaters that we're going to wear Saturday night, that's going to be a live auction on Saturday. So I wanted to get to that. Also want to get to the fact that the players have continued to go out in the community here in the last few weeks. They've been, yesterday they had a Christmas parade in Lexington, going to have one in Kernersville next week, and then on the 14th, Louisville as well. So there's going to be chances to see the players, see the staff,
coming up in the next few weeks. Next week's show will be at Dave & Buster's at 7 o'clock a week from today. Coach, Nate, anything else before we go here?
Looking forward to the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. Big weekend coming up, big month. If you look at our schedules, a lot of the same back-to-back teams. So big time to gain some ground that we've been needing for a bit now.
It's time. It's time. We got to get going here, and as I said, I'm looking forward to it, and this guy's going to be a big part of it here. So I think I'm looking forward to Friday in Pee Dee. It's first time being there, so it should be fun to go see that. I've never been in that rink before, so but no, it's going to be 2 good games, and we just got to be ready for it.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
And welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the Culver's third period here on the broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the intermission programming. On the video side of things, we heard from Josh LaBelle in the Cup of Joe segment with Joe Cangelosi, and then the Coach Harry show with Nate Keeley, our special guest earlier this week, as we were live at Earl's. And we'll be headed to Dave & Buster's this week, coming up on Tuesday. Hope to see you there at 7 o'clock. All right, so still no score to report to you. It's the IceCats out shooting the Thunderbirds at 30-17. These two teams will see each other again in a few weeks on the road on Friday, December the 19th, and back on home ice again December the 20th at 6:05. Next weekend, back-to-back home games against Columbus, 7:35 here on Friday and 6:05 on Saturday. FPHL scoreboard, 1-1 Indiana and Watertown, 1-1 Athens and Columbus. Binghamton leading Port Huron 2-1, no score with Blue Ridge and Danbury. And waiting on Baton Rouge and Monroe, and Biloxi and Topeka to start coming up. These two teams are ready to go for the Culver's third period. And there's the face-off to get us going at center ice. Thunderbirds now attack right to left. They are in the specialty sweaters tonight. Those will be auctioned off following the game. IceCats onside, long shot, save made by Babbitt. It's down, still free, and then Cade Hanley, number 23 tonight in the specialty sweaters, will look for Zach White on a pass, but that pass goes away from him, and so icing is called. Hungry fans? Well, nothing beats a Culver's Butterburger. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection and served on a lightly buttered toasted bun. Stop by Culver's at 2973 Fairlawn Drive in Winston-Salem today. Culver's, welcome to delicious. Defensive zone face-off following the icing. And we see Hanley play it indirectly off the end wall to James Farmer. IceCats take control to Razalov. Long shot tipped in on goal. Right there on the doorstep from Danny Zychek, but Babick was ready for it, sees it go away. IceCats will center. Thunderbirds will see it go to the far side. Look out here. Babick was briefly out of position. Now he slides back in. IceCats look to drive it, and it's out to the neutral zone. So the Thunderbirds able to see some pressure work out for them. LaBelle captures possession of it. Josh LaBelle flipped it way through center ice, and this missed everyone, and it will be called back for an icing. So it's another icing infraction called against the Thunderbirds, and they'll backtrack to the defensive end. It was a 5-4 win behind enemy lines on the road to the Florence Center last night. Gus Ford scored twice, Don Carter scored twice, and Jacob Schnapp got the game-winning goal in the third period. Dyson Skinner won the game in net. Schnapp unfortunately injured earlier tonight as Pee Dee flutters one slowly wide of the net here. And Schnapp will not return. And so the Thunderbirds having to play without him in the lineup. Far side of the building. Here's Jurgenite to put it back behind the net for Wilson. Houston Wilson builds some speed, working from the defensive end. Stepping onside and nearly turned over there as Don Carter was looking to steal it away. 134th career game tonight for Carter. And Salak, if he could have taken that one, he would have been off on a break. Nearly stole it from the blue line. Wilson's onside though, swings the pass to Prexler. Way behind the net they go, and Doble's chopped down defensively as he got back with that pressure. Inside the zone, long shot on the way, and this one is steered into the corner by Boris Babick. He's the goaltender tonight. Up the wing, Boutitas run into, continues on, looks to throw it in front of the net to Blomqvist, in on goal, he scores! And it's 1-0, finally a goal in tonight's game. 17:49 left to go in the Culver's third period, and Liam Blomqvist has scored for the third time this season. A beautiful pass from John Boutita, the captain, after he collected career number assist 200 last night. He'll have assist number 201 on that play. Fifth assist of the season, and the Thunderbirds are on top. Huge goal here to begin the third period. We will hold for the announcement if we can, depending on what the action is telling us in front of us. But this is going to be a great ovation for Blomqvist on the goal. They'll announce it now. And the assist to Boutita. It's Kramer crossing onside. Gives it to White, looks for another one here. They go across, the shot on the way, and a save made by Ricardo Gonzalez aggressively at the top of the goal crease. That was driven towards the goal by Gus Ford. Ford looking for his 12th goal of the season. And so Thunderbirds now being outshot 32-19. But Twin City striking here early in the Culver's third period to lead it 1-0. Face off to the far side, and that's the circle that they're using here. It's moved out to the neutral zone quickly. And the Thunderbirds back to it. Here's Carter. And plays to Pastuca in front of the net. They go. Salak turns, fires one just wide of the goal. It's played by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Here he is, crossing onside. And the Thunderbirds steal it away. Josh LaBelle goes across the rink with it, with Pastuca skating after it. And it will not go for icing, so Twin City able to make some changes. And they'll do that now. Crowd loving it. Here's Salak. Jan Salak near side with it. In the corner, he's crunched, stays on his skates, they center in front. Don Carter's with it, couldn't fire. He had to catch on the backhand. He swings it across the zone, and it's intercepted. Here come the IceCats. Dominic Marcinkiewicz to Houston Wilson. Makes a nice step. Gives to Dominic Marcinkiewicz near side Bedard. Shooting one through a screen. I don't know how Boris Babick saw it, but he did. 16:08 left to go in the Culver's third period, and through all types of traffic in front of him, Babick able to squeeze it and get a whistle. Hey, Thunderbirds fans, got a sweet tooth? Well, Culver's Fresh Frozen Custard is rich, creamy, and made in small batches all day, every day. Swing by Culver's at 2973 Fairlawn Drive in Winston-Salem and check out today's flavor. Culver's, welcome to delicious. Defensive end face-off is won by Twin City. Out to center, they'll flip it ahead. Turnover, though, and pouncing on it was Prexler, and he pushed it wide of the goal. Wilson, run into, it's off the back of the net, found by the Thunderbirds and Dion Demke. Demke goes across to connect with James Farmer, then near side to look to find the play on it. Keeley into the corner again. Heavy pressure from Pee Dee. Let's see if Twin City can get through it. And they've done just that. Out to center, they could have numbers. Butita with Blomqvist again. Keeley's open in front of the net. They try to feed a pass to Blomqvist. Butita has it. Keeley open, settles it, shoots it just wide of the goal. That close to being a 2-0 lead. Out to center and grabbed by Farmer. James Farmer holding on to it here in the defensive end. We're still in the first 5 minutes of this Culver's third period. And the Thunderbirds leading now by a goal at 1-0. Up the wing comes Trevor Lord. Steps on side. He goes in front with a pass. They center it. No one's home on the far side of the building. Gus Ford's there, though, and he collects it. Here he goes. Ford into the corner. Steps on side. Looks to track it down. He did, and then he put it back behind the net where it was taken away by Timur Razilov. Out to center. Here come the IceCats. They'll cross on side. It's Lord, swatted away. And we've got a call here as Babbitt came together with Eli Rivers. And so we'll go to the media timeout, and we'll tell you about it when we come back. It looks like a penalty called against Roman Kramer, and it will be. Thunderbirds lead, though, 1-0.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on-site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Gunny's telling you to bring your toys to Tots for hockey games this weekend. Hey Boris, what are you doing?
Hey, packing joy for the holidays.
Is that for Toys for Tots?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Toys for Tots. The last day to bring in your toys to our games is December 12th. Flock together.
Go Birds.
.39 left to go in the Culver's third period. Offensive end face-off for the IceCats as they begin this sequence on the power play. Roman Kramer in the box, and 2 minutes beside his number 18. Slashing is the penalty at 5:21 of this final frame of regulation time tonight. Here come the IceCats, and from center, shut down though nicely by the Thunderbirds. Butita nearly stole it away behind the net. And so the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill on the ice, and looking for a critical kill, and Keeley is able to slap it away, detecting the pass. Short-handed bid for Keeley, shooting it on goal. Save made by Ricardo Gonzalez. What a moment that would have been if he could have found a way to score there. The crowd's into it, the team's into it. This has been back-to-back good efforts on the weekend. They lead it by a goal. Here's just so. Onside on the power play for the IceCats. They look to tie the matchup. Inside the line up top. Left point. Long shot goes wide of the goal. Settles down to Lord. Lord drops it down low. Back behind the net for Gullo. Pushes it around. Open up top is Pickford. Pickford finds Lord. Shoots it. Save made by Boris Paddock. The rebound's there. He swats it away. And the official blew the whistle. Well, it was still free. I don't think the IceCats will be pleased about that. .44 seconds left on the penalty to Roman Kramer. Kramer with 4 goals, 11 assists on the season. And that was the 4th minor penalty called against him so far this year. Defensive end face-off. Thunderbirds go looking for it here on the kill. They don't have it, though. And the IceCats work it around the zone of the power play. They shoot one. No, they pass it down low. So they'll hold on to it. They'll work it around the zone. Nick McGill-Diaz gives the pass. Once again, they go to the side. They look to center near side, and they had the play set up, but they miss. Goes into the corner. 20 seconds left on the kill. They stretch it across. Look out here. The shot and the shot blocked by Hanley. By Dobles, rather. Free. Marcin Kevix goes across. Blocked there by Pastuca. 10 seconds left to go in the kill. One more time in on goal. Right pad save made by Babbitt. Still free. In front. Blocked. Cleared. And there it is. The Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. Successful here in the 3rd period. Huge kill, huge clear. Kramer's out of the box. IceCats holding on to it. Out towards center, played here by Dominic's Marcin Kevix. Top of the far side circle, Gus Ford is to it. Gus Ford flips it ahead, looking for Zach White. 1-on-2, and they move it away from him. Roman Kramer looking for White. They find Ford. They have to tag up, though. Delayed offside, and off the backhand from Ford. He gets it down the rink with now 8 minutes gone by in this Culver's 3rd period. And the big scoring play in the period, Liam Blomquist from John Butita at 2:11 of the final frame of regulation time. IceCats onside, looking to tie the game. Cade Hanley swats it away, back down behind the line for Farmer. Farmer goes across, it's intercepted, looking to clear it further. Farmer comes racing in, held up though. And he didn't put all of his weight behind that contact. Now he's pushing and shoving. They look to work the puck free. It's freed momentarily, then James Farmer finds it again. Goes back behind the net. Hanley has it. Stopping was Kramer, looking to pass it along. Pickford takes it though, and he moves it well wide of the goal. Back behind the net. No, this takes a sharp turn in the corner. 11:05 left to play in the 3rd period. IceCats to it as they hold on to it. Thunderbirds take it away. Here we go. Keeley up the left wing. 1-on-1 with Pickford in the corner. And then the IceCats have help to take it aside. Played offside, so the Thunderbirds tagging it up now. Carter out there with Pastuca, Salak, Demke, and LaBelle. Almost to the halfway point of the period. 30 seconds away from that. Here's Trevor Lord. Intercepted. LaBelle looks over the rink and slides a pass through the skates of Don Carter. Back into an open corner. Josh LaBelle finds it. He's to it and moves it all the way down the ice. The puck gets up on its edge, and that's a bad break for the Thunderbirds, but they will not call icing here, so it's actually all right. And so out to center he goes. Demke goes back to find LaBelle. 10 minutes remaining in the Culver's 3rd period. And a puck up and out of play with 9:50 left in the period. All right, we've got a media timeout as the Thunderbirds take the lead here in the 3rd. 1-0. We'll be right back.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We've developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
Face off of the logo at center ice with 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the Culver's third period tonight, with the Thunderbirds in front by a goal at 1-0. It's a one-goal game on the road last night, a one-goal win, 5-4. Twin City over Pee Dee. Thunderbirds fire it ahead, and it's blocked, played out towards the neutral zone. Here's Zach White applying some pressure. Now Patrick Marcinkiewicz slides it out to the red line. And Dominic Marcinkiewicz to Wilson. Across they go. Patrick Marcinkiewicz in on goal. Shut down by Boris Babic. He covers it. And so a good play there as Babic made a nice save. And that was the 38th shot he's faced tonight. Dyson Skinner last night in the game was really good. And although he allowed 4 goals, he had to face 49 shots. He makes 45 saves in the win last night. And Boris Babic has been good tonight. Offensive and face-off victory for the IceCats. They turn one towards the goal and it's blocked. Never made it there. They'll swing it here from the defensive blue line. Chipped onside by Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Luke Dobles, he'll take a look. Inside the line, Razalov. Across they go with a quick pass. Towards the goal, blocked in front. It's free. They fire in, and a save made back behind Babic now. That's where the puck is. They're looking for it. IceCats spin it wide. They look to center in front, and held by Marcinkiewicz. Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Good heavy pressure high in the zone. In on Babic, he covers it. And the Thunderbirds were aggressive there, looking to move it out towards center and get a steal high in the zone. And when that happened, it would just flip towards the goal. And Babic was able to cover it and deal with it. Jan Salak, defensive end face-off. 8:41 left, 1-0 the lead for the Thunderbirds. Hanley jumps in, looking to help him out, and it's up and out of play here as they see this one go over the glass. So they will restart here from the defensive end, do it again. These specialty sweaters that the Thunderbirds have on for our Special Olympics night presented by Flow will be auctioned off live here in the building following this matchup. There's also going to be a post-game skate tonight. And so they get a fresh puck from the scorer's table. And we're ready to play again. 8:31 left. Shots are now 40-20 favoring Pee Dee. And they take this face off. They win it. It's Charlie Bedard. Swings it down low. Cade Hanley goes to find it in the far side corner. 8 minutes, 19 seconds left. Boris Babic comes way out trying to play it. And the Thunderbirds able to clear it towards the neutral zone. Pestuka, now Salak fighting for possession. And the IceCats have Dustin Jasso play it. It's played towards center, down the rink, and collected here by Hanley. Hanley normally wears number 3, but he's in 23 tonight with the specialty sweaters. That's the only number change that we've seen for the occasion. Farmer off the backhand to find Ford. So this is from the defensive end. They snap it up quickly. It's White, and on goal, one-on-one. He's pushed away from it and couldn't get the shot off. Had some pressure back behind him. Here's Ford. Ford goes across, connects with Josh LaBelle. LaBelle goes across. It's blocked on the pass. Now it's to the red line. Blomqvist off the backhand. Back in behind the net. Gonzalez looks on as the IceCats have Prexler play it. Now up and out. That one goes out of play with 7:12 left to go. And the Culver's third period. Well, we're back here on home ice next weekend. Back-to-back games, 7:35 on Friday against Columbus. And once again, Columbus the opponent on Saturday, 6:05, the time of the puck drop. Face-off is outside of the Thunderbirds attacking area. Nate Keeley will take it, and he wins it. Goes way across the rink, but it's collected and pounced on by Luke Dobles. Dobles powers the puck onside. They look to catch up to it along the near side boards, but it's found by the IceCats and Danny Zychek. Onside from Shernick. Look out. Zychek in on goal. Save made. There's a rebound there, and dealt with appropriately, swept away to the far side corner. Boris Babic stopped that one. And now Butita has it onside. Butita looking to connect with Liam Blomquist, as he did earlier tonight. Blomquist from Butita, the scoring play here in our third period. That's made it a 1-0 lead with 6.5 now to go. Prexler, he's with it. Into the corner he goes as Danny Zychek was knocked down. Butita crashing in to put a hit on Austin Pickford. Down behind the line. This is going on in the Thunderbirds defensive zone. That's to our right in this final frame of regulation. Bedard to Marcinkiewicz off the post. Second time the IceCats have rung one off the metal tonight. Thunderbirds find it. Farmer flips it ahead. Carter, he's pressured. Salak looking for it. Tripping called against the Thunderbirds and Carter. And it'll be a power play for the IceCats. And so tripping is the signal, and Don Carter Jr. to the box. The Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill steps over the boards. And the 4 players will be James Farmer, Cade Hanley, Gus Ford, and Zach White. Don Carter Jr. tripping at 14:03 of the Culver's third period. Thunderbirds had a big penalty kill, successful one a few minutes ago. We'll see if they can do it again. IceCats have it here from the face-off victory. Lord swings the pass to Jusso. Dustin Jusso open high in the zone. Long shot kicked out by Boris Babic. Into the corner. And now back to the near side. They battle for it from there. Thunderbirds searching for it. They will not make a play on it for now. IceCats have room to work. They'll swing it up top high in the zone to Pickford. Austin Pickford shoots it. Babic makes a save, gave up a rebound, and it goes wide. Into the corner. Let's see if the Thunderbirds can find it from there. Now it's batted down. They will play it with White. Turns, fires to the line, not out. And it's held onside from Pee Dee. They've got him on the power play. 1:07 left on that. Lord up high to Pickford. They swing it. Shot on the way. Blocked in front of the goal. They're searching for it. Ford looks to clear. He does. Gus Ford diving down to the ice. What an effort to clear it out. And the Thunderbirds looking for a play now with Butita, but it's Pickford to move it up the rink. Near side to Lord. Back on side of the power play. 45 seconds. Out to center it goes. Good pressure from Butita. He goes down. Thunderbirds wanted the call. They didn't get it. Onside, Dominic Marcinkiewicz, glove save, Boris Babic. And now Doble's in a shoving match on the side of the net, far side post after that save was made. Media timeout, final one of the period. We'll be right back with the Thunderbirds leading by a goal.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pinebrook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
We're back from the media timeout. 35 seconds left on this penalty to Don Carter Jr. It's a 1-0 lead for the Thunderbirds. 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the Culver's third period. Face-off win for the IceCats, far side of the building. They'll snap it down low in the pass. Back behind the net, Zajic center, looking for Patrick Marcinkiewicz. He races to it, chases it down. They hold the zone. Down behind the goal line. And they'll miss here on the pass. Skating over is a play on it high in the air after Prastuka punched at it. Went down after the puck went way high in the air. Still onside here, look out. Shot on the way, save made, big rebound, and it's swept away. Out of the box is Carter, 5-on-5. And they're going to call this a hand pass. And so that stops the game with 3:50 left. And the Thunderbirds will have to face a defensive end face-off here, but they have killed off the penalty to Carter. And they play 5-on-5. Shots are 45-20 favoring the IceCats. Last night, IceCats outshot the Thunderbirds 49-21. They've won the face-off here. Razalov, but he fanned on it. And the Thunderbirds nearly had numbers in from center. But they'll settle things down. It's Pee Dee to play across the rink. Just along the red line, takes a friendly bounce for Blomquist to find it. Blomquist has the only goal here in the third period. Goes off the skates of Just So, back behind the net. And Pee Dee with room to work. Out to the red line. Then it's Butita, and this is going to be played along the blue line. I think they say offsides, but the Farmers pointing in Butita as well. Thunderbirds disagree with whatever this was. I guess it was an offside they signaled for. But the faceoff's going to go to the logo. Face-off win. And we continue on here in the Culver's third period. Thunderbirds flip it down the ice. Pickford runs into Zach White, held him up. Now it goes bouncing across the attacking area. And to the far side, the Thunderbirds have lost control in the defensive zone for Pee Dee. So they bring it, flip it down the rink, and then the Thunderbirds shut down their advance. So White finds it here onside. Run into by Pickford. Back behind the net, play by Wilson. Houston Wilson searching for it. He had 2 goals last night for the IceCats. Across they go with a pass. All the way to the near side boards for Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz onside. No, it's shut down on the line. And they will call this as an offside as they looked across. Jan Salak was there to shut down the advance for the Thunderbirds, holding strong to the defensive blue line. 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to play. In this third period, Thunderbirds ahead by a goal, as they were last night. Dropped onside from the face-off win from Pee Dee. So they've got it here onside. Thunderbirds fighting back for it, and Pastuka able to see it out to center. Now Pastuka has it himself, and they drop it back behind him. IceCats converged. A couple of bodies went to the ice, and Yuri Pastuka had a 1-on-3 there. And then eventually it was dropped back behind him, knocked away. And the IceCats look to play it. And LaBelle called for a hand pass as he shut that down from the defensive blue line. And a stoppage with 1:59 left. Gary Graham has the whiteboard out. And I think this is perhaps where he will use his timeout. He did this last night when it was getting down towards the end. Netminder Ricardo Gonzalez is all the way to the hash marks, but it looks like they're going to have this face-off. And there he goes. Just so sends it well wide of the goal. That's where it was headed, but Babbitt put a pad on it anyway and then pushed it down behind the goal line. So the Thunderbirds looking to hunt it down. They got it with Hanley behind the net, has plenty of room. And Hanley flips it to the blue line. Shut down, now back to Keeley. So it's still in the defensive end, but time is winding down. We have a minute and a half left. Towards the goal, and a shot that goes well wide of the net. So down the rink, Thunderbirds will move it. They're making changes out to center. IceCats find it. Gonzalez stays put for now. They'll put it onside with Lord. Towards the goal, and a save made by Babbitt. That's his 46th save of the evening. IceCats coach Graham still has the whiteboard out, and let's see if he wants to use his timeout here. Things will reset into the attacking area, not now. And Gonzalez backs up to the goal. So Gus Ford is in the circle to take this face-off, and now they have given this timeout awarded to Pee Dee. So they announce the timeout for Pee Dee. And here's how we got here tonight. No goals back in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. After one, shots on net were IceCats 12, Thunderbirds 9. Pee Dee outshot Twin City 19-8 in the second period. They're out shooting them 16-3 here in the third. But the only goal, Liam Blomquist, after he got a beautiful pass from John Butita at 2:11 of the Culver's third period. And that is the only scoring play for now. 1-0, 70 seconds left in the game, as Twin City looks to win 4 of the first 6 in this head-to-head series against Pee Dee this year. Thunderbirds will look to win their 6th game overall. And we return from the timeout. Still some time left on the board here in the arena, though, about 18 seconds. And so Boris Babic is the last player to break off from the bench and sort of re-engage here. He can take all the time he needs. Still has 10 seconds before this timeout is going to end. All right, here we go. The net is empty. 6-on-5 hockey. Ford in a circle, and it's loose. Back and forth it goes. They're fighting for it, and the IceCats have it. Miguel Diaz, long shot goes wide of the net. We're under 1 to play now. Into the near side corner. Listen to the fans. Thunderbirds fighting it out, trying to find a win here. 1-0 to score, 45 seconds left. It's along the near side boards. It's not moving. Now it's behind the goal. LaBelle turns, nearly gave it away. And Babic swats it into an open corner. Pee Dee has it. Long shot. Save made. Rebound. They score. And we're tied. 31.7 left to go. And it's Trevor Lord to tie the matchup. Thunderbirds that close from skating away with a regulation win. That was the 49th shot of the game for the IceCats. And into the back of the net it goes. Pee Dee had 49 shots last night. They have 49 shots tonight. Tie game at 1. Hanley swings the pass to Dobles. And back and forth from center. Chipped onside, in behind. Ricardo Gonzalez. 18 seconds left. Thunderbirds holding on to it here behind the goal. Down behind the line. They've got possession. And trying to center it there was Pastuca. 4 seconds left. Can they put something towards the net? Doesn't look like it'll happen, and we're headed to overtime tonight. And so that is the end of regulation. 1-1 the score. Shots are 49-20. And we will pause briefly and then have the overtime when we return.
Gunny's telling you to bring your toys to Tots for hockey games this weekend. Hey, Boris, what are you doing?
Hey, packing joy for the holidays.
Is that for Toys for Tots?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Toys for Tots. The last day to bring in your toys to our games is December 12th. Flock together.
Go, Bert.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Overtime on the way. 5 minutes on the board. And the next goal will end the game. Here we go. It's the top line of Zach White, Roman Kramer, and Josh LaBelle is the defender out there. So 2/3 of the top line to start it. Here we go, and Pee Dee has won the opening faceoff. They pull it back into the defensive end with Miguel Diaz. It's 3-on-3, sudden death, and the 5-minute overtime is underway. And from center, here come the IceCats with Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Nearly gave it away. Miguel Diaz. They got it, long shot, Babic has it. And that's the 50th shot of the game for Pee Dee. So Babic stands tall, gets a bit of a breather, 4:36 left. Here in this overtime, that's what's on the board. We have another critical faceoff. This time Gus Ford will look to win it. Ford Salak out there with James Farmer, who plays it now after Ford won it. They'll give it away to the near side. IceCats to it after they missed the pass. Zajic, Danny Zajic steps up and can't fire it. Had pressure from Ford. They'll slide it across. It's Timur Razilov. Razilov, they're onside. Zajic shoots it, and it goes off the glass. Thunderbirds to it. Farmer looks to play it. And Farmer moves across, gives it away. It's a break. They'll fire. Save made. Boris Babic. He falls down in front. They chip it up and out. It's wide off the glass. My goodness. Babic was down and out. Zajic gets it. And the IceCats are still in the attack, and they try to surprise him with a quick shot, and he makes the save. That was on Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Sensing trouble, the IceCats bring it out to the neutral zone, and they peel back into the defensive area. Here they go. They stretch it up the rink. They'll miss the pass. Babic looks to play it to a teammate, and Pastuka has it back behind the goal. Racing after it is Cade Hanley. Wilson went down. Fans like it. Wilson wants a penalty. They're not going to give it to him. 3-on-2. Here's Hanley onside. Keeley waiting. In front they go, and the stick lift on Pastuka prevented the goal. Far side corner. Back in behind the net. It's Hanley working with it. Hanley holding on to it. Tries to find an option. And there's a battle with Wilson involved. Keeley. They're making a change with Hanley, but the Thunderbirds lose possession. Far side of the building now. Here comes Pee Dee. 3-on-3 overtime. They got it. Marcinkiewicz. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. Now Roman Kramer steps away from him. Kramer onside, looking to win the game. And he can't fire it. He holds on to it. Circles high in the zone. Gives the pass to LaBelle. LaBelle to Kramer. Top of the far side circle. It's still with Kramer. They set up onside. Kramer looks for an option, and they pull it back out to the neutral zone. IceCats want a quick change. Now Zach White steps back onside, and he's stripped of it. Taken away. Pee Dee has it. Dustin Jusso holding on to it now. 2:14 left to go in the overtime in the 3-on-3. Jusso Takes it back behind the cage. Turns. Looks to fire. Thunderbirds getting away for now. Back to the near side, though. Across they go, just so. Passes it around. Holding on to it. They give it down low in the pass. It's Konstantin Chernik. He's run into. Thunderbirds look to steal. Gus Ford put a hit on him, and they couldn't advance with it. Now Salak with a check. Gus Ford finds the puck. It's Ford to win the game. Shoots one. Save made by Gonzalez. And a penalty called here against the IceCats. Across. Farmer now has a chance to win it. They pulled the goalie. It's Zach White. Now to Farmer. Delayed penalty. Here in the overtime. Across they go. Side of the net from Ford. Gonzalez is flopping around. Jan Salak loads up, shoots it in front, and they miss on the tip. Farmer races across, and they blow the play down here. It's a slash that's been called with 1:15 left to go in the overtime. And Dustin Jusso is furious, but a slash has been called. Konstantin Chernik takes a seat in the box. It'll be a 4-on-3 power play, 1:15 left in the overtime after all of that. And so I believe the timeout has been signaled for the Thunderbirds. We see head coach Steve Harrison to the front of the bench. Trevor Lord is not happy at center. And they've not announced it, but we are in a timeout here as head coach Steve Harrison has used his one and only timeout. So this brings us to a stoppage in this overtime. This has been an incredible overtime. Shots on net are 53-23, favoring the IceCats. And this final game of the weekend for each team. It's 3 points on the board in the standings for a regulation win in the FPHL. 2 points if you win it in overtime. And so that's what these two teams are looking for now. Face-off will be to our left, and we'll have a 4-on-3. We've only got 1:15 left in game time, so the 2 minutes is irrelevant. But the manpower advantage certainly is. Gus Ford to the circle. Zach White to his left. LaBelle standing high in the zone with Roman Kramer on the far side. 1:15 remaining in the overtime. And they look to win the face-off here. They try to get it high in the zone. And back and forth. No one really had it. And it's found along the visitors' bench. Chipped ahead by LaBelle. Far side corner. Onside for the Thunderbirds in the overtime. Back behind the goal. IceCats steal it. They clear it. Here comes Boris Babic way out of the net to play it. 48 seconds left to play. Onside for Ford. Centers across. And catching it on the backhand was Kramer. He couldn't shoot it. Here's LaBelle. LaBelle. They go back across. Here we go. Ford. LaBelle, a one-timer. Save made. And it's up and out. 27 seconds remaining. And off the deflection, the save was made by the goaltender, Ricardo Gonzalez. It goes up into the netting. And we reset. Here we go. There's the face-off. They win it. LaBelle has it. 23 seconds to work. They fire when they score! Roman Kramer wins the game in overtime. 2-1 the final. Power play goal. Special Olympics night presented by Flow. It ends with that moment. Overtime game-winning goal, the first one we've seen at the fairgrounds this season. Roman Kramer at 4:39 of the overtime. 5th goal of the year, 48th goal of his career. The Thunderbirds take a lap around the fairgrounds arena to celebrate with these fans on this Saturday night after a win. 3-star selection coming up, presented as always by Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist. Thunderbirds win. Boris Babick wins the game in net, 4th victory of the season for him. A great performance. He had the shutout broken up late, but my goodness was he good tonight. 3-star selection, here they are. What a finish there to the regulation and then to the overtime. A great overtime period. It's so rare to see that much overtime hockey played. The 3-on-3 is designed to find a winner and find it quickly. And so many times in a 3-on-3, you'll see a goal scored 30 seconds or a minute in, and that's it. But this one took nearly the entire time of the overtime period. It was a 4-on-3 in the overtime. 3-on-3 rules. If there's a penalty taken, you can't go to 3-2, and so they add a player on the ice to give that power play at 4-3. And the game winner scored by Roman Kramer. This was an incredible hockey game, and we saw a great game on the road to the Florence Center last night, and the Thunderbirds battled with a 3-goal lead at one point in that game at 4-1. They had some pressure with back-to-back power play goals given up, and they had to find a game winner in the third period from Jacob Schnapp. They did that, had to face an attack with an empty net. And then here tonight, although there's not as many goals scored certainly, it was a very similar ending to the game, to where the Thunderbirds were holding on to a 1-goal advantage and trying to get it to the end of the game. And unfortunately tonight they didn't do that, as Trevor Lord scored an even strength empty net extra attacker goal at 19:28 of the third period. Not much scoring to tell you about, but we will do that coming up in our post-game show. There will be a post-game skate after this game. They're going to have the live jersey auction for the Special Olympic specialty sweaters that the Thunderbirds were wearing tonight. Flow Automotive, the presenting sponsor for tonight's festivities, and we thank them for their long-standing support of the organization. And this was just an incredible finish here on this Saturday night. I think anyone that came out to this game got their money's worth tonight. They're going to go home happy and want to come back to see us, and we hope that you'll do that here in the month of December. There's a special ticket package that's running right now through the box office, the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena, offering a holiday 4-pack for only $60. That includes a game of your choice, 4 tickets to that game, Thunderbirds game here in the month of December. We have 4 of them left after playing this one here tonight. So 4 coming up, including 2 here on home ice next weekend. That package can be purchased and picked up from the box office here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. But that's going to include 4 tickets to a home game, 4 public skating passes, and free parking that comes with all of these games, only for $60 total. So a really good deal. But I think we will have some fans certainly returning after that performance here on the weekend and what we just saw between these two teams. So the Thunderbirds win this game in overtime. The final score is 2-1. We'll head to a quick break and get back on the other side with our full recap of the game for the post-game show. We thank everybody for tuning in on YouTube, WTOB Radio tonight. Certainly appreciate all the support. We'll take a break and be right back after Roman Kramer wins it in overtime.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS 5 off. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
And welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the post-game show after a thriller of a showdown between these two rivals, new rivals this season. And we made our first trip to the Florence Center, the home of the IceCats, last night. And the Thunderbirds skated away with a nice 5-4 win there on the road last night. 2 goals in the game from Gus Ford last night, 2 goals from Don Carter. The game winner from Jacob Schnapp. Dyson Skinner in net last night, made 45 saves. And tonight it was Boris Babic with a 52-save performance. And certainly feel for him having that shutout broken up there in the final few seconds after the shot volume that he had to face and the performance that he put on tonight. But he is named the 3rd star of the game for his efforts. The 3 stars presented by Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist. And Boris Babic gets the 3rd star. Liam Blomquist scores the only goal regulation for the Thunderbirds. He's the 2nd star of tonight's game. And Roman Kramer is the 1st star with, of course, that game winner in the overtime. So no goals in the Pine Tree Tavern first period tonight. 12-9 shots on goal favoring the IceCats. We go to the 2nd period. Shots on net in the 2nd period, 19-8 favoring Pee Dee. Also no scoring plays in the opening couple of periods. There were 3 penalties called in the first period, 2 for Pee Dee, and then 1 called against Twin City. We had 2 penalties called in the second period. Both of them went against the IceCats. So we go to the third period, and pretty early on in the third, 2:11 is the time of the scoring play for Liam Blomquist. He got a great pass across the zone from John Butita. I mentioned it at the time, but Butita last night got his 200th career assist in this league. Great accomplishment for him, for the captain, and that was on the game winner. The game winner last night was Jacob Schnapp from Josh LaBelle and John Butita. So Butita's secondary helper on that goal last night got him to 200 in his career. Assist number 201 was on that goal in the third period from Liam Blomquist. So Liam Blomquist scores to get things going in the Culver's third period. And then much of the period was played at that 1-0 margin. Just the 1 goal scored, but a few penalties called in the third period. The one to Roman Kramer, slashing minor at 5:21, was killed off successfully. Bobo's Delian Grill penalty kill. A tripping minor to Don Carter at 14:03 was also killed off successfully. But as they did last night, the IceCats, of course, go with the extra attacker at the end of the night, lifting the goaltender and making it the 6-on-5 there at the end of the night. And so that was the play there. If you're watching on the video feed, we will make an adjustment here on the scoreboard. So I think we can go full screen. No, we'll just go up there at the top. But anyway, we've got the video feed that's out, and we'll try to move that over for you here towards the post-game show. But the audio is still working here during the post-game show. We had the visiting broadcast that was using the feed, so we'll see if we can get that put back in for you. But anyway, it's the overtime that's on the way after a goal is scored at the end by the IceCats. So they go 6-on-5 there at the end, and they are able to find that game-tying goal. They were unable to do that last night. They find it tonight, and it's Trevor Lord at 19:28 from Patrick Smarcinkiewicz and Danny Zychek. So that's the goal that sends the game to an overtime. And you just felt all kinds of pressure really all night as, again, the IceCats really had the shot volume totals going. I mean, 49 shots last night. They get 53 tonight. Really a high number that the Thunderbirds netminders had to deal with and had to face. And they did that very appropriately, both last night from Dyson Skinner and tonight from Boris Babic. So that goal at 19:28 of the third period from Trevor Lord breaks up the shutout that Babic had going. It was the 11th goal of the season for Lord, his 89th goal of his FPHL career. Patrick Smarcinkiewicz assisted, and Danny Zychek also assisted. The audio, by the way, you're hearing in the background is, of course, our live jersey auction that's going on right now for these Special Olympics specialty sweaters that were worn during the game. And so these game-worn sweaters being auctioned off, Special Olympics night presented by Flow. So we go to the overtime, and after the Thunderbirds were outshot 18-3 in the third period, we go to the overtime, and there were 8 shots on goal in that overtime. 4 shots on net for each team in the extra session, which, again, is just incredible to have that. There's plenty of overtimes that play out that there's maybe 1 shot, and that's it, 2 shots maybe. But to have 8 shots total, I think it really paints an accurate picture and a description of just how wild the action was in that overtime. So 4-4, the shots on net in the overtime. But the big moment of the overtime that preceded the goal was the slashing minor call to Konstantin Chernik at 3:45. So 3:45 is the time of that penalty. And Chernik took a penalty in the second period. He entered tonight's game with 41 minutes of penalties to his name this season. He also took 2 penalties in last night's game. So he was called for 4 minor infractions here on the weekend. And Chernik takes a seat in the box. And so then that leads to the 4-on-3 play. And with just over 20 seconds remaining in the overtime, Roman Kramer scores a very pretty goal to give this team a 2-1 win. First overtime game of the season, first overtime here in this building this year of the 25-26 campaign. And Roman Kramer gets the goal. They have updated the online scoring system with the final details on that goal, by the way. It is now scored as Kramer from LaBelle and Zach White. And so Josh LaBelle gets the primary assist. Zach White gets the secondary assist on the game winner in the overtime from Roman Kramer. So it's Kramer the first star, Liam Blomquist the second star, Boris Babic the third star of the night. Shots on goal were 53-24 tonight for the IceCats in their advantage. And so on the video side of things, we will take the power play away as that's now over. We've got the final score showing for you, and we will update the team records. And so the IceCats will go to 7-7-2, and it will be a 6-10 record overall for the Thunderbirds. Now in the league standings, there'll be one win way out to the right that's not showing in the left-hand column because it's a win past regulation. And so 2 points go on the board for the Thunderbirds in the standings. We'll have one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard report and keep everyone posted with what's going on around the league tonight. And here's what we have for you. Danbury over Binghamton, 1-0 in the second period. Binghamton with a 3-1 lead on Port Huron through the second period. Athens with a 1-goal advantage at 3-2 over Columbus in the third, and 5-1 Indiana over Watertown in the second period. Monroe is leading Baton Rouge at 2-0, and Biloxi has a 2-0 advantage on the road against Topeka. So that's the out-of-town scoreboard report to tell you about. In the FPHL this week, there will be one midweek game, and it will be on Thursday. And so Pee Dee on the road against Athens at 7:05 on Thursday. That'll be the only midweek game. And then we go into our Friday and Saturday schedule. And so the Thunderbirds will be here on home ice next weekend, back-to-back games against the Columbus River Dragons. It'll be 7:35 on Friday night and 6:05 on Saturday. For those two games, as always, you can find your tickets online at WSFairgrounds.com, Ticketmaster.com, or by calling the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena box office at 336-727-2236. And that's the information on how to get tickets for each and every game, again, including the two games next weekend. We want to remind you about a really good special that's running right now through the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena box office, and that is a holiday 4-pack for only $60. You can get 4 tickets to a Thunderbirds home game in December, 5 of them total. We just played this one, so 4 now remaining, and 4 public skating session passes as well. Free parking comes with that. More information at the box office. You can also drop by the box office to pick up that order. So that's the ticket special that's going on. I'd like to thank everyone for being a part of the broadcast this weekend and tuning in. Behind enemy lines, we had the YouTube and Facebook feed last night, back on home ice tonight, so just the YouTube stream tonight. As always, our partners on the audio side of things at WTOB Radio. And also want to thank Flow for their efforts. As always, the presenting sponsor of this game tonight, the Special Olympics night game. And the Thunderbirds in beautiful specialty sweaters for the contest tonight. Really good battle once again between these two teams. Pee Dee, I'm sure, will be frustrated stepping away after the shot totals that they had 49 and then 53 tonight. But the Thunderbirds, this is growth from this team, no doubt about it. First time that they've been able to pick up back-to-back wins in a single weekend this season with a 2-game sweep of a team. They lose the 1 point that they could have had, the 3rd point in the standings, giving up that late goal in the 3rd period. But otherwise, there's certainly things to improve, but there's a lot to look back on and be proud of from this group. They got phenomenal goaltending efforts, both games. Dyson Skinner last night on the road, Boris Babic here tonight at home. Really good goaltending and really good play out in front of them as well. High-scoring game last night, low-scoring game tonight. And so now they're showing that they can win in multiple different ways, no matter what these games look like. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you right here next weekend as the Thunderbirds pick up this win tonight. But again, it will be a 7:35 start on Friday 6:05 coming up on Saturday of next week. Stay tuned to TwinCityThunderbirds.com for the post-game recap of tonight's game and our social media channels as well. So until next weekend, Kendall Grayson signing off for the post-game show. The story tonight, the moment for Roman Kramer, winning the game in overtime. What an effort from this team, but it's Roman Kramer that gets the job done in the extra session. And the Thunderbirds win this one in overtime tonight. The final score is 2-1.